Well, well, well. If it isn't some usual YouTube handles I recognize. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, Handheld Fan, Rooster, Captain Hit. Welcome in, Palworld Raids. Hope all of you are having a good night so far. We're gonna wait just a few minutes longer and let the votes finish out before we actually get started. Let's see. Let's see that we get one of them fully decided. It's still a little too close to call, so we're just gonna chill for just a little bit. How you guys doing tonight? You guys having a good night? I know I was excited to come back and play some more, but I've been tired all day. But now that I'm getting ready to play Palworld, I've perked right back up. But we'll see how long that lasts. Hopefully for quite some time. But let me switch the speedrun Discord over here. It's so cool. So much content is happening, or I shouldn't even say content. So much action has just been happening on the speedrun Discord lately. I've been liking that a lot. I think it's super cool, super fun. Our record to beat Zoe was beaten within a day, which I kind of expected to happen. I can't say I'm too surprised that the people that are currently in first and second are in first and second, as they were previously the people in first and second. So they understood pretty much everything they needed to do outside of the build glitch. So very exciting. You've just been chilling. Awesome. Let me see what the person that put the other category would like to see. Let me make sure I'm not just ignoring the other random hardcore. All right. So no one else put something else, even though there's an other vote. That's cool. Maybe you're just being facetious. I like it. And let's see here. I feel like we might have waited long enough here. Make our final changes. It does, in fact, look like it's going to be hardcore. So let me go ahead and get this all set and squared away. I have some pasting to do, and then we'll be set to go. That should work. I think we're ready to go. I think I actually already have the... I think I already put the screen. No, I didn't. Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and do this. Make sure that looks like that. Let's open up some Palworld, shall we? See if we can't get a good hardcore run going. Take this over here. Just barely, too. Not by many. Good 43 votes. That's very exciting. Okay. Hardcore 3.0. Let's make it with a capital H. Whew. Now, I do have one question for you guys before we get started here. Should we run this with multiplayer on or off? On would let us get over to that Black Marketeer and do the Black Marketeer strategies. Off would mean we'd have to do a little bit of a variant on our previous strategies and make this different than any other run we've previously had. So if you have an opinion on that, go ahead and let me know. I'd be super interested if anybody has an opinion on whether it should be multiplayer on or off. Warren Henderson, hello. Thanks for joining in. If nobody has an opinion, I guess we'll just do multiplayer on. I could have left that as a community vote as well, but here we are. I'll give you guys a few seconds to decide, see if you have any opinions. Don't you have to death warp to him? If we wanted to, multiplayer on would make getting to that black marketeer much easier, yes. Curious how I handle it with it off? I'll give you a secret. It's not too different, but not quite as easy. Should we just go with it off? See how it goes. I'm fine with that. I can always change it later too. Why don't we jump right in? Can you death warp on hardcore? Yes, you can. So just to showcase that, we'll turn it on really quick and just show you that the only thing that truly kills you on hardcore is if your health hits 0. Respawning is not your health hitting 0. Respawning is your character falling onto the ground and then teleporting somewhere else. So this respawn button means nothing to us other than we get to teleport somewhere. It says defeat, time to respawn. Right? So it's a respawn button. It's not a death button. So we can teleport to any location we want. So, realistically, it's technically usable even when we are not with multiplayer on. But here multiplayer is on, so we could teleport anywhere. So, that is not a death. We're going to go ahead and delete that. And get ready one more time. Then I say save the frames. Interesting. I see one vote for one and one vote for the other. If anybody has an opinion, throw it in the chat now or forever hold your peace. Your vote matters. Your singular comment could make it. Hey, Paul. Partway through the hardcore run, but it's slowing to a crawl once it hit plasteel. Yeah. Ooh, that was a grind right there. Plasteel is a slow part of the game. It is pretty unfortunate. It's also the part of the game where I was the most tired, I think. It was like, I want to say 4 in the morning or something like that. So, you know, I'd been sitting in the dark with, I mean, of course I had lights on, but man, that was brutal. It was awesome. It was fun. But it was definitely the slow point of the run. It picks up again for like the last hour, I would say. Hour and a half definitely picked back up. Forever hold your peace. I see everybody is, maybe I'm just super far behind and you don't have an opinion whether we multiplayer on and warp around the map. Which shall it be? We are right at the beginning of this run, and you guys get to make the final decision. Next one I see is what I'm going to do. Multiplayer on and warp around and make it faster, or multiplayer off and see how I handle it. Your comment will decide if you are the fastest one. Or go off. Rooster, you already voted. You almost got me, though. Almost got me. I might just do it anyway if nobody else is putting anything in the comments. Wait a second. You were the one that said go save the frames. Whoa. Am I heads or tails it? All right. You guys are right. We'll decide. I haven't used this in forever. On. Alright, there it is. Off we go. Here we go. Sorry for anybody that was very interested in seeing how we handled it with it being on. Or off, rather. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and get going. Luckily multiplayer is on, so we can make our way nice and quickly to wherever we need to go. Yeah, Xenogard might have been the sole reason why it was super intense at the end. You are definitely not wrong on that one, Palworld Raids. Not wrong at all. So, as usual, when we start out, we like to get ourselves a pickaxe so that we can get going. We really got unlucky with the stone, though. That's unfortunate. I thought I'd already grabbed all of it, but did I just miss a piece? Doesn't look like it. But that will allow us to go ahead and collect more stone. And this means we can collect a axe as soon as we need to, as we have the materials for it. With the wood that we got from the expedition survivor up there, and we got a few collection pieces around as well. We're going to go ahead and collect a little bit more stone so that we don't have to worry about it quite too much as we go through the rest of the map. And then I wanted to do one other thing. We're going to go ahead and do that right there. And okay, back to the game. See if there's anything in that chest. Unfortunately, nothing that we love to see. We would have loved to see some sort of Palsphere or Megasphere, but we can't be too upset with that. It's free stuff, essentially. I'm going to go ahead and give myself just a little bit of extra stamina. And then I'm also curious, would you guys like to see full glitches, restricted glitches, or no glitches? What kind of run is this, Owl Tower bosses? I would call this a 100 days survival and try to beat everything in the game run. So not necessarily a speed run, but yes. It is a try to do everything in the game on default hardcore settings. And we got launched off. Very similar to our other one where we get launched off in the water, but this time we're not in the water, so we are looking okay. Oops. There we go. Hit these trees. I think I can just get rid of a little bit of that. This Cative is a little high of a level, but we should still be okay. Grazed us. That should be a fought cat. The fastest option. Oh, I thought we were gonna get one more level there. Dang. So slow on restricted. Or, sorry, I should say on hardcore. Or just hard in general. Just slow. Ow. We need our stamina to recharge. Jeez. Was able to get a good angle on us on that one. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Punching boulders with bare knuckles since 1984. Yes. Well, I saw like Vegeta do it, and I thought, you know, that guy's pretty cool. I should try to copy him. Wow, we got more Pal Spheres. That's very cool. Very beneficial for us. We will need one more level. But I think we're going to get it from respawning. And getting the experience when we respawn around the map. So now that we've got our level from respawning over here, we've dropped all our stuff, but we can go ahead and go right back to where... I lied. We're going to respawn to at least one more location so that we don't have to worry about picking up our stuff again once again. Once again, yes. we want to just go ahead and pick up these fast travels so that we don't drop all our stuff and pick it all back up. It'll just be a little more convenient to do it now than later. The fastest option. We can definitely go restricted glitches. So essentially that would be like build glide and stuff like that, but not duplication. I'm not opposed to that. I feel like that would be for the best too. I couldn't quite figure out how to get rid of... Actually, I didn't need to respawn. Oh, we'll go ahead and go up to the mud. I couldn't quite figure out how to get the chat to only show up when I was streaming, versus I also will be recording these so that hopefully I can make a video about it when I finally don't die to, you know, like anything. And I figured for a viewer's experience, it would make more sense not to have the chat on the screen if there's a video. So if I can figure out how to split those two off, I will probably re-add the chat so that it is there. I really liked having it. I thought it was a nice little thing. But obviously it wasn't necessary. And then to... oh my gosh, how did I get stuck there? To have that just... I felt like it wasn't quite what I was going for. So, here we go. Now that we have gathered our waypoints, let's go ahead and pick up our cats, all our gear, and head back over to the Eastern Wild Islands so that we can go say hello to our friend, the Black Marketeer. If you have not seen this before, we say hello to the Black Marketeer almost every time we play, because he has the goods we want. He's got gold, and we like gold, just like Goldmember from Austin Powers. Very, very fond of gold. Maybe not quite as fond as Goldmember, but you know. We do like it. We like gold. The feel of it, the taste of it, the texture of it. That was a terrible slide. We don't necessarily need anything else. Yeah, we'll just keep going. Save our spheres for things that we might want. Like, actually, we probably want this Tansy. He's gonna run from us, though. Can we guide him in the direction we want him to? Not really, but he's... Actually, yes. Perfect. Okay. Cat, do some work on him. Oh, I thought for sure that was an attack. There we go. See if we can't catch this Fox Parks. One second, I'll answer you. What's the goal of the hardcore run? Full PAL deck? I would say yes. Full PAL deck, all towers. If we can, we do everything in the game. That's exactly what we're looking for. Hey, thanks, Teufel. Can't only speedrun the game. I love the game for more than just the speedrun, so here we are. Just enjoying the game once again. I guess you can only speedrun it, but I personally like doing things other than just speedrunning. And I appreciate you stopping by and saying good luck. That's pretty awesome of you. I have respect for those guys that can only speedrun the game. I'll tell you what, I put in like a 3-hour effort yesterday to try to take back that world record. I know, Teufel, you were there, but I don't think anybody else was. And, oh man, I couldn't do it. I got a time that was, about 1 minute and 16 or 1 minute and 17 seconds, but I couldn't bring the time down to 1 minute and 11 or under. Oh, they were too strong on that one. Which is where the record stands now for the Zoe and Grisbolt. And I'm stuck. Oh, that was interesting. The raids are definitely going to be unbelievably hard. We're going to have to prep extra hard for them. I think they should be... I don't want to say okay, but I think as long as we prep out the wazoo, we should be fine. I think. Now, that being said, we're not doing the ultra raids. We're not even bothering to try that. You tried doing Meow Mirror on casual settings and it was awful and would honestly be too long. It's only extension that allows custom settings but glitchless. Interesting. You know, I've not even built the Meow Mirror yet. Not on my main, not on any alts that I've set up. I don't know. It's probably because I never played Terraria that I just didn't care for it, and I saw people using it with attacks and stuff, and I was like, I don't think that looks that strong. It looks good, but it doesn't look that strong to the point where I was like, I need to get that at some point. And of course, I tried the katana and the lightsaber, and those are the most disappointing things. Quit after 2 hours. Sounds like too long of a run, my friend. Too long of a run. But realistically, we've struggled to. I mean, we got to what, level 45 last time, and I died then. So we'll see if I can do better this time. 4-hour category. Woo. And that's on with custom settings. Because getting to 20 was easy, but getting to 30 was annoying. And then I couldn't kill the predator pals. Ah. But yes. And I think they only respawn once per day too, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that yesterday when we were talking about them. Oh, casual? That's not as bad as I thought, but that's still pretty lengthy. Actually, hardcore, you can do easy respawning, Brad. I don't know if other people just have weird settings or if I'm the one with weird settings, but anytime I do casual like this, I'm able to respawn and get where I want without any real issue. Noxes, wow, 2 of them. Since you can't speed up day-night cycles, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Best case scenario, it's like a 4-hour run. Woo! Yeah, I've done what? 1.5 of those. I mean, one that was a 6-hour run and one that was the 26-hour-ish run, 25, 55, 25. Can't recommend drawing those. Those are brutal. Turned on no deaths. So this is absolutely default casual. Default hardcore. And default hardcore means that you can do anything except have your health hit 0. So respawning is not having your health hit 0, it is respawning. Dying is having your health hit 0. Not killing the tower boss in 10 minutes, that is not dying. That is the boss timing out on you and you will respawn outside of the tower. You'll have to respawn to a fast travel point. But no, anything outside of a death is still viable. So if your health hits 0, it's game over. If your pal's health hits 0, they're dead. Like literally, they will just not come back to life. They're out of your party immediately. There's nothing you can do. But for you as a player, if your health hits 0, it's game over. The world's deleted. You can technically get around that still. But, as far as moving around the map, we just did that. And just to show you what I mean, so we've got our game mode with our changed world settings set to hardcore. That's exactly what it says when you go to hardcore, right? So if we look at custom settings down at the very bottom, it still has enable fast travel, hardcore mode is on, and pal death is on. So all of them will die. If we die, it's game over. But we can still get ourselves around the map. Now, if we enable the fast travel off, it says custom. See how it says custom now? So even though it is default hardcore, we disabled fast travel so that is considered custom. We're leaving it on default hardcore, which means we can still fast travel around the map. And it makes a big difference. I don't know if that's a little bit cheesy cheating by anybody's standards, but the game mode I think is already hard enough that you can potentially consider it not that big of a deal. But if you do it yourself and get some people to watch you. I'd be consider watching. I try to watch a lot of Palworld stuff. I think it's a lot of fun. Do we have money for both? We do. Okay, cool. The Foxbark's Crisp is hard to catch. The Bee Guard is really good for honey. So respawning is treated different. Exactly. Respawning for whatever reason does not get counted as setting your health to 0. So that's where we're at. Raids will be fine. It's not a speedrun, so you can prep. Yeah, that is true. I'm gonna try and do it still quickly. Obviously, we're not as fast as we could be here. We're explaining things. We're talking through things. We're not necessarily going the absolute fastest we can, but we're still going pretty darn fast. Or the goal is not to be slow. But with the raid prep, we'll definitely want to raid prep hard. So we'll get there. Leveling slow, didn't catch a mammoth. Ooh. Ooh. Farming Zoe's not a bad idea, though. Yeah, you're welcome, Brad. And, again, if you would, Oop, our weapon is dead. I'm sitting here like, man, this tree's taking forever. I don't have to pay attention. I'm just chopping a tree. I can talk to chat. Our weapon's broken. And by weapon, it means our axe. But yeah, if you would ever have that, or if you know somebody that's doing default hardcore and they're fairly good at the game or just entertaining, I would definitely consider watching them. I know sometimes I watch people that aren't necessarily even what I would call good at the game. I just like Palworlds that much to see what they're doing, have fun, and yeah, no glitches. Dang, Toyful. You were going for it, weren't you? Yeah, I saw the 111 comment that he made. I should find where my 116 or 117 is. I would need to retime it. I think I stopped it at 116. As that is currently my PB, I should probably find that and post that in. At least be a little bit more respectable against these guys that are putting in some impressive times after just a day. I'm so impressed. Ooh. Now that one's gonna be mad too. Ugh. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, okay, so that... Oops. I was out of spheres. I shouldn't have wasted it. I was just thinking Ribbony would be nice to have right now. I wanted to use that on a Dire Hall, to be honest with you. Oh, well. That's fine. We'll be fine. Slow and steady, but not slow. Just steady. That's the goal. Okay, set up my usual little base here. We've not caught up. That makes sense. So, 2612. Teufel, what was your 2612 run? Your Malmir with custom settings? Think you spent 20 minutes resetting? Just trying to find legendary spheres? Which is why I went with killing Zoe. Yeah, I can understand. Honestly, that's why I'm super happy with my defeat Zoe with catching the Mammoth. Mammerist. Oof. Getting those spheres, it seems so uncommon. So, I'm happy to just take what I got. and let somebody else lower that time now. I would like to potentially try to take a time back or two, but for right now, I'll be content with what I've done. And, time back or two. I'd like to have all Zoe categories again. I mean, you can't help not, but... Oh, yeah, that's right. We already used all our spheres, so we should make a few more. Can't help but, want all the records. But you can't have them all, I don't think. Unless you're better than me, which I am not better than me. I am me, so... I'm not bad, but I don't think I'm that good. Checking 2 piles, too? Yeah, I know. It's so, like, when we were talking about, like, getting a first run sphere pile, like, it just feels so unfortunate because then you've got a 10% chance after that to catch a kick it if you're going for the kick it strategy. And then if you go for the Mammoth, it's still like a 24% chance-ish. So you're like, okay, you finally got spheres. You've still got like a 1 in 4 shot. Like it's tough. It is really tough. It's a little demoralizing, I think might be the correct term. So, we're waiting for this Black Marketeer to finish burning, so I figured I'd come out here, grab some more food as we are getting hungry, and as well as just grab this rock pile right here. We need a lot of stone, and yeah, we'll get some more right here. The casual run, you tried, caught that bird, and was basically farming Zoe for experience. Interesting. That sounds like a pretty solid way to go about it. I really don't know how different that is. I guess it depends on how fast you can kill Zoe. Sadly, yeah, sometimes it did half Zoe's health. Otherwise, sometimes barely anything with the rock burst. Yeah, Zoe's health is pretty hard, and I feel like the Dazumu is probably the worst one for it, because I think Dazumu probably has the highest hitbox, and you need to like try to get the pal under Zoe in order for rock burst to do all that damage. At least that's what it feels like to me. That's why I'm thinking that the, oh, we can't do respawn strats. Ooh, that was close. That's why I was thinking that Kick It was the best and over Garurat, even though Garurat has its ability to make things stronger and it has a higher attack, I think. Just having Kick It be able to be placed right underneath the boss. Definitely a strong way to go. Okay, we just keep farming Black Marketeer for some pals, for some money. We need to get ourselves a decent chunk of money. We want some more experience so that we can eventually get ourselves a Dire Howl saddle, as that is the big one for us. Once we get the Dire Howl saddle, we start cooking. Everything goes much faster with a Dire Howl saddle. We don't necessarily care about any of those. No, I don't want you. That works. Where did that gold go? Did I already pick it up? I feel like I didn't, but okay. Streamer might be blind. Did I hit him? I don't think I hit him this time. Forgot. Yeah, I grabbed the gold just there, but I'm not seeing the gold. And it stays on the ground even when you reset. But at least I'm quite positive about that. The gold key was definitely still there. Pretty sure it's always still there as long as you do everything. And Predator pals on casual settings are rough. Yeah. Same level as Mosando level 30 and got one-shotted by an AoE. Ooh, that's brutal. Didn't mean to do that there. I would probably need to make proper armor to survive. Yeah, Predator pals scare me a lot. Even on, well, any setting that I do. So. Alright, let's see here. We should probably start leveling up our base at least a little bit. At least tell them to make some of the stuff. We can tell them to make the ranch here for right now. That will allow us to put in the bee guard. Then we can set ourselves up with some shoddy. Well, we can set ourselves up with one shoddy bed, as we don't have the wood for the rest of them. Black Marketeer's almost dead. Let's go back to him. I'm not. Oh, a rush ore! Alright, you're gonna come this way. Are you gonna hit him again? I think. I'm so scared they're gonna kill him. I want it. I want it bad. Just throw the sphere a little early so that they don't have the chance to kill it. Nice. Oops. Woo. And it's huge. Like, you would need to make proper armor to survive. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, honestly. The attacks they send out are really mean. Like, I was farming the Elfidran on the default casual, and I was constantly, like, slightly afraid of it. The thing is just a little mean. A lot mean, actually, but I'll say a little. What makes the Zoe run faster? More guards on the 124? Yeah, so it's a combination of more guards and getting better, slightly better movement, and then you have to get good luck on them as well. As if you don't have good luck, unfortunately, they will not shoot nearly as enough. Oh. I don't know how I just canceled that, but okay. Send you out to start making more stuff. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I don't have a shoddy bed. I see. Now we can manage this pretty much no problem, even without a torch, but I think I'm going to go ahead and make one, just so that I'm extra careful. First time I've made a torch in a very long time. Yeah, the movement of Zoe wasting my time definitely didn't help any either. Wanted higher spawns, higher level guards. Yeah, all of those are exactly right. Getting luckier with the guard shooting, getting luckier with guard placement, getting luckier with Zoe not moving, and hitting more guards so that you got higher level guards that would kill Zoe faster. So quite a few things on top of just, I think they had just as good, if not better movement than me, probably better movement than me. And, I mean, there's something I learned yesterday. I'm trying to remember if it was, oh, who was it that told me? It was one of you guys that mentioned it, where I can just press the T key to go straight to the technology tree and go straight there. And before I was going to the build icon and then going, so I was pressing B, or not B, T. No, I wasn't. I was pressing tab to go to the inventory and then go to the technology tab. So I was very slow on that too. So all of the above makes a difference. Enough to really whittle down my time quite substantially. It's very impressive. I am liking that there's competition for this stuff once again. It just makes it more fun. I was I can't say I was like lonely, but I was really excited that more people would start running this again. And oh, there's a combat here. We have to go for that. The base should wake up at some point. Oh, I hate that attack so much. We're just gonna... Is that my Kativa? Yes. We withdraw Fox Sparks Chris so we don't get cold. Nice! We got a Tombat right off the get-go right there. That's sick. That's gonna help out. Let's go ahead and switch out the Cativa. This is just a better mining pal for us. We should have just enough for another couple of beds here. I actually should probably make them all the way off to the side here. But yeah, I'm so excited that people are running Palworld again. I'm really happy that mods like Toyful here are changing up the rule sets on speedrun.com. So it's got like Legacy, Sakurajima, and Faybreak now. I think that's super cool. So you can start to potentially get runs that aren't restricted by, you know, things that you can't do anymore. Like you see an unrestricted run of a particular run, and it's like, yeah, you can't do that anymore. You can't catch tower bosses, or I don't know. There was a really cool glitch where you could throw 2 pal spheres and then keep jumping back onto your mount, which would launch you into the air, and you could just keep doing that to gain altitude. Toyful was really good at that one. And it's a cool movement, but you can't do it anymore. And it's like, oh, well, you can't do that. Is it really worth trying to run this category? So now that there's all these categories that are unlocked, with being Sakurajima, Faybreak, or pre 3.0, so Legacy is what they're calling it, which is just pre Sakurajima. I'm just super excited. Tons of new potential for speedruns, tons of new things like that. But as for this run, we are just chilling, staying alive, making sure we don't kill ourselves. We do want to get ourselves some wool. And I haven't seen any land balls yet, which is really unfortunate. I guess we'll just keep collecting stone, wood and stone for right now. As, that is all necessary for us to progress as well. And this is not necessarily my favorite movement in the game with the sliding like that, but as far as I can tell, it's definitely faster as you regain your stamina when you slide, and it's faster than just walking or just pressing forward. And I don't know if it's slower than just sprinting by itself, but it looks to be about the same speed as just sprinting, and it's faster than just walking / running, so I think it's probably worth it. I could have had the Cativa out the whole time. What am I doing? Bad streamer. Play better. But I would like quite a few land balls now, as their ability to give us some armor would be nice. The ability to craft ourselves a glider would be fantastic. I would like to be able to do that so that I don't die to fall damage accidentally. And we would like a bed so that we could upgrade our base. But we're going to just go ahead and slowly get ourselves stronger. That is the nature of hardcore, unfortunately. But yeah, I would highly recommend, if you were interested in seeing those runs that beat my 1 minute and 24 second Zoe run, go check out speedrun.com. It should be the first category. It's unrestricted Zoe. They're impressive runs. I'm really liking what they can already do, and there's a good chance we see a sub minute and 10 seconds at some point. Okay, I shouldn't do this anymore. I already have a dire howl. So let's get back. Put all that away. You guys can have that. We'll keep everything else for right now. And get ourselves set up once again. Man, I was deleting so many worlds yesterday that I keep moving my mouse over to the delete world button. Luckily, it's not that big of a deal if we do end up clicking it, but we were doing a lot of resetting yesterday, as most of the runs for the Zoe unrestricted glide over to them and kill her as fast as possible. Those runs took a lot of like 20-second resets. And I did that for some time. We'll go ahead and grab this second Tom back here. That's good for us. If we don't see any... We got 2 more rush ores. Wow. I think we'll go ahead and try and catch one more. If we don't see a lamb ball, I think we go and get ourselves back to the beginning so that we can get everything that we need. Nice job, Kativa. That was big damage. I somehow missed the crit. There we go. Stay in there. Good guy. So I'm going to grab a little bit more Palladium while I wait, as I'm afraid of running out of that before I can craft Dire Ore Saddle. Oh, we broke our stone pickaxe. That's why the last one was taking forever. Whoops. That's alright. We're almost up to rush ore, which means we are going to be able to get so much more resources so much quicker. Yes, quicker. My gosh, it's like I never went to college. English was never my favorite subject, but here we are talking in front of you guys, and you guys get to hear how great I am at speaking. Fantastic stuff. Oh, that was only 5? I thought that was going to be more than 5 Palladium fragments. Whoops. Okay, let's go ahead and grab all the stuff we want. I think, honestly, can I do this? Yeah. Yeah, let's just make this right here. I should have probably done this so long ago. Okay, so then we can put the resources we need for the hanging trap right there. This should deteriorate over time, but it's going to be a long time. Look at that. It's only lost 1 durability, but it's not going to lose another for what? I don't know, 3-4 seconds. So we've got like, I don't know, 8 to 12,000 seconds before that disappears, which I'm assuming is a long time. I actually don't know how long that would be, but it feels like a long time, which I feel is half the battle, is when something feels right. That's good. Let's go ahead and put Petalia in. Petalia is just going to make this stuff faster for us. And you're already done with that node. That's really good. So we're going to go ahead and put Valet in. Now let's just put in a V-Guard. I think V-Guard's probably for the best. We can have them also make some berry plantations. Probably would only need 1, but glitched or glitchless run? Good question. We never picked up that initial one. Whoops. This is a restricted run where I will be allowing the build glide glitch just because, for my own sake, I like it too much not to do it. But we are not going to be doing anything like duplications, guard glitching, or anything like that. We're not going to boss glitch. We're probably not going to cheese the Xenolord like we did in... Oh, this is disabled due to world settings? Ah. You guys might be right. Oh, wait. Did I do that? Or is that actually what it is? Oh, I'm so confused. Wait, so if I have this on, it says custom now. If I have hardcore, now it's on, and that's... Wait, what? Oh, I'm wondering if whatever you initially have it as, it'll still say it's default hardcore, because that's default hardcore. But now if I switch it to off, it says custom, but if we go back to hardcore, now it stays off, and it still says hardcore. I wonder if I ever changed this and I've been wrong the whole time. Is hardcore supposed to be permanently off fast travel? What do you guys think? Should we leave the fast travel off or should it stay on? I honestly don't know. Yeah, look at that. It didn't change when I switched it back to hardcore. But if it's custom hardcore, it stays off. So I'm thinking the toggle is just broken. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. See, look at that. It's off. I switch it. It stays off. It's on. It's back to hardcore. It stays on. What? Why does that happen? Why? Why, Pocket Pair? Okay. We started with the plan to use fast traveling. Should we just leave it on? What do you guys think? We can just work without it. I'm not opposed. Yeah, so that we did get this, and now we can fast travel to those. Oh, this is so weird. Is stacking plantations allowed, or do you just not like to stack them? You know, I'm just not going to plan on stacking them. I think they could be allowed, though. I don't see any real, like, benefit that is more than just like, oh, it's like, saves you some space, right? It's not that big of a change on the run, all things considered. Like, I don't think I would gain or lose time if I stacked plantations, because it would take me a little bit to stack them, but then the pals would be able to make food a little bit more efficiency throughout the rest of the run. It would probably be almost a nothing burger. Yeah, okay, so that's disabled due to default, but if we respawn now, does this run... Yeah, we're still able to respawn. But that means we wouldn't be able to grab our stuff. Yeah, so we can go there. We can come here. We grab those handful of fast travels. What do you guys think? Fast travels stay off? Fast travel on is fine. Rarely any danger in just fast traveling. Yeah, they're really... The only true danger is when you get yourself over to, like, a B-guard location, if you're not a very high level by the time you do that. I'm gonna just look for a quick land ball around here and see if I can't see anything while I see what you guys' thoughts are. Heads or tails on fast travel? You know what? That is what we did on the last one. I think you're right. I think you're right. Let's go over here and type in wheel decide once more. Fast? No fast. Add those segments. Keep it on. It's going to be bad if you glide and die. I mean, if we glide and die, the run's over regardless. Right? Let's let the wheel decide. Let's let the wheel decide, ladies and gentlemen, or lady and gentlemen. No fast travel it is. All right. We are so screwed. It stays on. It's a bug. You know what? It says default hardcore. That's what I see. We're going in. We're going in. Alright, well, technically this would still be our start. We just wouldn't have gone down the hill first, right? So really we gained almost nothing. Brand new world and set it to hardcore. You want to see? Let's find out. You know what? I'm super curious because now where fast travel is set is off. And if we come over and let's slide all the way down. It has fast travel is on. And it stays on. Yep. Okay. Let's cancel that though. And just go straight to adding hardcore once again. And it's on. Yep. Toggles are broken until you reload back to the title screen. Interesting. So, like, just setting it to custom, it stays on, hard, on. But if we go off, hardcore, yeah. It's just enable fast travel stays on or off. You know what? To spice it up from the last one, I'm kind of with the wheel already decided. The wheel already decided. I'm sorry if you wanted to see me fast travel around, but the wheel has decided. And we can't go against the wheel. Wait, what am I doing? I'm so used to just respawning and making a new game. Whoops. Okay, the wheel has decided. Alright, let's delete this one so that we don't get ourselves confused. The wheel has decided we are playing with no more fast traveling. Stupid wheel. Oh gosh, I can only hope. Yes, thank you. I don't have any, we want the Nox for the dark damage here. Make it easier to kill them. Only 2 wool? Oh, man. I was hoping for a little bit more than that. But that also means getting over to the small settlement is going to be much more challenging. And getting back is going to be much more challenging. Gosh, do we just not leave until we're base level 10 so that we can build a base and just always build a base with us whenever we go somewhere so we can teleport? Wait, can we even teleport between bases? Okay, okay. If I can't teleport between bases, I might say no to this. I was assuming I could teleport between bases. Let's log back into our 26-hour run. Boy, it's gonna be weird seeing this not dog tired. Where did we even leave? Looking at the bed? Yeah. Okay, I remember that. Okay, so with fast travel, we should obviously have everything enabled. Cool. If we go back and we turn off fast travel. Change world settings. Off. Can we still teleport between bases? If we can't teleport between bases, I don't know if I say yes to this. I don't know how that's even possible if you can't teleport between bases. Oh, experimentation, finding things out. Part of the fun of playing the game, right? You can't even fast travel between your bases. Guys, I don't think I can do this. How? I already let the wheel decide, though. I hate going back on my word. Man. What would be... Do I like the Gyarados as a watering pal? No. I won't. I do not like Jormuntide as the watering pal. He's too big. Do I use him? Yes. He is the best at watering, along with Suzaku Aqua. Yay, another 24+ hour stream! Party of Wumpos for wait. Tell you what. We'll play today with fast travel off. I'm gonna think about it when I'm done with the stream for the day, whether we turn fast travel back on. Didn't know the consequences when we let the wheel decide, so it doesn't count. I don't know. I almost think it's worth attempting because it's so different. I will say, I think it means more Black Marketeer hanging. So if you like Black Marketeer hanging content, you're in the right place. It's so awful. Rates are always so cheap, so definitely buy another. Fast travel off is cool. I both like it and hate it at the same time. Honestly, if I could still fast travel between bases, I feel like that would have like enough of like a consequence that it would just completely change your playthrough, right? You would always be thinking about like making sure you carry stuff, palladium and stuff on you, or else it's just not going to be worth going somewhere. This just makes it hardcore 2 times. Wait, so would this be a hardcore subcategory if fast travel is off? I think so. Fast travel being off means hardcore times 2 dire hells. We can finally move around the map. Well, actually, we needed more. We needed those pieces of wool. So actually, oh wait, I don't have any spears. Oh no. Do I have anything on me that I can use for spears? Doesn't look like it. All right, Nox, don't you dare kill that one. Can I can mine. I can mine. Oh, this is so scuffed. Come on, 1 palladium fragment. Thank you. Just some wood. Just some wood. I'll read that. I saw the Lucario word, but I'll read that in a second when I'm not fighting a dire howl here. Oops. Okay. Come on, just stay in that sphere. Please. Oh, let's go! Now weight stat is way more important than ever. Oh, wait. Let me go all the way back. Ricky Solano, you say Lucario. You mean Anubis for the win as a working pal. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Journeyman mode. Now weight stat is more important than ever. It will be interesting to see how you stat allocation pans out. Yeah, I'm almost tempted to not do any stat allocation right now and actually put some thought into it, because I'm not gonna lie, I've never thought about this before. Not even once. It makes me really excited on what I need, what is possible. Like, you're gonna have to travel large swaths of land before you can do some things. Or just you go out on a huge adventure and come back over the course of forever. And with Build Glide, we can still traverse the map really quickly. With Grapple Glide, we can traverse the map really quickly. So it's not like this is an impossible category. It's just a way harder category, and it's going to be way slower. Now, I'm not opposed to that. I mean, almost all of my playthrough is dedicated on going faster. So this one might be really exciting to slow down and like actually just experience the game again from a whole new perspective. So I am kind of thinking this would be a lot of fun to do. Boy, is this going to be brutal. It's going to be so fun. And we're going to do a lot more buying of things. And we might even use Vixie in the ranch, which is something I almost never do. But considering I'm not going to be able to purchase Pal Spheres very easily, it might just be the way to go. I think I'm going to go ahead and put Vixie in. I don't know if I've ever used Vixie in the ranch before. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm a die-hard Vixie hater. I know. It's shameful to admit that I am not a big fan of the Vixie, but it's not shameful at the same time. I'm just not a big fan, you know? Let's go, another hardcore stream. That's right, Papa, and it's harder than ever. We let the wheel decide, and depending on how I feel tomorrow, this is a hardcore no fast travel, which that's gonna be something. That's gonna be real something. I don't know how to do this. Imagine how excited you'll be when you unlock the guild chest and can quickly move stuff between bases again. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. Holy. Yeah, that is, that's something. That's at level 40, right? So, rush to level 40 so we can actually have our bases do stuff for us. They're all going to have to be self-sufficient because we're not going to want to go to them almost ever. But, oh. Oh, that's a great call out, Matthew. 100% that's the way to go. Oh, I don't have the level 4 yet. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I want the rush roar we caught. Let's go ahead and do this like that. Oops. Oh, that's alright. Oh, well, guild chest, getting everything in and around the base is done. All of them will have to have some sort of food production. It does stink that they won't be like, how's the word? Capable of making and cooking the berries and stuff. But at least it's a thing. Oh my gosh, a raid already. I don't even have Dire Howl yet. We should be fine. This just wants me to have a really, really hard time. Actually, no it doesn't. These guys are gonna drop us Pal Spheres! Right? Let's go! Alright. Look at that. The game is helping us out! I thought it was being mean, but nice. Lylene on your team is a 2000 HP heal. Can't you breed her early? Yeah, you can breed Lylene pretty early. And is definitely a possibility. Something to consider for sure. I don't recall ever breeding Lylene early for that. And honestly, I think my biggest problem isn't going to be the heal. It's like last time when we were fighting Lily and Lylene. And our armor died and then we got one-tapped. Essentially one-tapped. We just got to be more careful with making sure we don't do something like that and we should be okay. Right? I think so. That's my thoughts. That's what I learned from last time. Because we wouldn't have been able to switch from Ragnarok to Lylene in time anyway. But it is something to consider to play with a more defensive team. I like the way you think. But I probably won't do it. Oh, alright. You don't have handiwork. I forgot. Oh, no, you do. But yeah, you don't have handiwork. Okay, I just had to make sure. Okay, we want to buy a lot of stuff. Let's go, Lunaris. That's travel weight right there. Travel weight right there, baby. Ho-ho! Alright, I need to calm down. I need to calm down. Oh gosh. This is wild. Part of me is really thinking we keep it on no fast travel. Just for it being what it is. Good. Dinosaur just wanted to hang out in the base, I see. Where'd Lunaris go? Ah, there we go. So, got our base up and running at least a little bit. It's still always good to have the base working. I think we have enough for the... No, we don't. We're getting close to having enough for the logging and stone pit, so we're going to go ahead and make sure we grab the wood we need for that. Once we have those up, we should be looking pretty okay. I'm going to have to be careful with Vixie being in the ranch. We're definitely going to end up putting spheres in there on accident. That's alright, but here we go. We just keep getting ourselves more levels. Do I go for those? You know, what I think we do is we are level 9 now. I don't think we need anything for when... for wood for the Dire Howl, but we do need to unlock his technology. We need leather, and we don't have all our leather yet. Ooh, that's brutal. Okay, well... is there another pal to kill, catch, capture. We need more wood still, as usual. This is... My brain hurts thinking on what to do while doing like the normalcy of old runs while trying to think through what to do when you don't have fast travel enabled. This is so interesting because, like, I don't know that this is necessarily a great base because it's so high up. It makes it hard to get back to. But we don't have the ability to transfer our weight. So, like, we're already somewhat pinned in. But we can definitely move if we really wanted to. It's going to be tough to get higher level mining pals as well, so I think we go ahead and buy the Demud, even though it's fairly expensive. More dire howls. Nox should have given us at least one pal sphere at this point. Oh, he defeated the dire howl. That works. That's going to give us some additional pal spheres. Not pal spheres. Leather. That's what we were looking for. I was hoping to catch one more just because I love the dire howl. Need defense pendants. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just making sure we don't let our more rush ores in the distance. That's more leather too. The biggest thing is making sure we don't let our armor get destroyed, because if our armor doesn't get destroyed, then that means we're going to have that defense, so defense pendants do something. Okay, that should be enough leather at this point to get dire howl going. Alright, Nox, I need you to do some work on those guys. Or we might just run away from them. Yeah, I think that's the play. Run away from them. We don't need them. We're getting spears from the Vixie. This will potentially work. But I do think defense pendants would be big. Like, really big. Especially as our defense gets up. Ah, I forgot. Another Nox, another Fellbat. We'll go ahead and take the Dazzy. Do we take the Dinosaur? That's some... Yeah, let's do it. The only thing we don't buy is the Ribbony. The Ribbony is not worth it, I don't think. All their pals? I definitely think we're worth it, though. Make sure we've got enough fiber now. We do almost have everything we need to get going a little bit more. Life Pendant, too, because it's multiplicative. Yeah, I agree. Life Pendant and Defense Pendant will be very, very nice. We'll definitely be letting our pals do most of the work on most of this run, as we did last time. I forgot we need more Paldium. Let's go ahead and put away the... Add. I don't have enough for the stone pit. Oh, I used it for the logging pit. Got it. Oh, that reminds me. We should put in... Instead of Tansy, we want Dinosaur. Dinosaur is just faster overall on most of those things. Well, most of those things. The wood cutting and the plant making, so I think it's just worth it having him in there. And it's an annoying spam the F button because my keybind is for F. Let's go ahead and put this down. Honestly, I think we put 2 more points, or 2 points into weight. We didn't have any points into weight yet. Interesting. Definitely don't have enough Paldium. That Paldium node is back up, so we can grab that. Paul. That's just a great idea. I like it. Defense pendant. Palworld raids with oh sorry, Paul with the life pendant. Palworld raids with the defense pendant. Definitely ideas that we should be using here. What am I doing? I can ride this mount already. I don't need to be doing that the slow way. That Paldium is not back up. That's unfortunate. That's alright. And we can just get rid of a handful of the stone. That was a little more than I needed to get rid of, but hey. We'll make it back. The slow and steady progress. Oop. Go ahead and get rid of like half of that. Not quite half of that, but you know. I'm also tempted to not necessarily consider the day-night cycle of the in-game day-night cycle, and instead just go based off of total playtime, but part of me really likes the day-night cycle. But that also means we don't go to bed, which means our pals aren't going to continue to work through the night. We live with that, though, I think. I think we just keep using the day-night cycle and not sleeping for most of the nights. I am somewhat considering it on this one, as we need a lot more Paldium. And that would give us more Paldium just a little bit faster. Wraith's nice and cheap. Nocturnal Bee Guard, let's go! I don't think we have a fox bar. It's clumsy. Let's not. Okay, so just trying to get ourselves squared away with this early game stuff. I think we're in an okay spot. Those deer are tempting to go for, but I think I'm gonna hold off until at least we have a little bit more like a dire howl. Let's go. We did get enough. That's exciting. Okay, dire howl is a big upgrade for us. Lots more mobility, lots more damage. Just a great early game pal. Ike the Deer is great too, but we haven't even made ingots yet, and the Ike the Deer will require ingots, so it is something to consider when we are doing this. We can go for the 3-shot bow as well, but I think we might just stick with the Ike the Deer and save our skin otherwise. Infinite stamina does not work with Hang You. The only thing that applies to pals that are glider pals is if they're like noble, fine furs, motivational leader, vanguard. Those things apply as with any other party skill passive, but the passive for the infinite stamina does not apply, since Hang You is not a riding pal, it is a gliding pal. So that means you're using your stamina, the player's stamina, and not the Hang Yu's. Oh, another combat. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, that was a little bit too much damage, guys. That's alright. I could have been a little better with that, but we're doing okay. I'm not too worried about that. And we're just gonna keep buying stuff as we hang this guy. I think that's probably one of our best strategies. Maybe not the most interesting one, but as we progress, we will be more capable of venturing out and doing more and more. But until then, focusing energy. Until then, I think it probably makes sense to just keep buying items from this guy. Stronghold Strategist, that's really nice. Ferocious is whatever. We're not really going to use Tombat as a fighting pal, but having them here is really convenient. Let's go ahead and put you out. Oh, that's right. My weapon is damaged. Go ahead and get some... Oh, that's not... That's a... Oh. I thought 87% chance was probably going to be good enough. That's alright. Gonna want to make more beds. Did I make the stone pit already? I did not. We're gonna focus on stone pit before we do that. Which needs more palladium fragments. Okay. Which means... I think we won't... I think we'll be okay if we go out this direction. I think he'll still be in spawn distance when we get up here. Okay, yeah, he definitely is. So now we're just collecting palladium through this stone right here. I think we do that again. We press right click when we're doing the charge to slow the charge down tremendously, so that we have plenty of time to spam the F button to pick everything up. At least ours is the F button. Nothing too crazy. We can just do this though. And get ourselves some more that we want. And let's go ahead and get one more in there. I think it won't kill you. Nice. And that one did kill. But we need the pal fluids for our hot springs here in just a little bit anyway. So I think it just made sense to go ahead and kill or capture those T-Fins. Let's see if we can't just keep leveling up, man. This is so interesting on what we can potentially do with this no fast travel run. The unintended no fast travel run. But the wheel decided. The wheel decides. No, I don't want any of them. And Relaxus is way too expensive. Nice. Does this one kill? Nice. Pansy, don't do that. I only have so much health. I didn't realize I ran out of spheres. That's bad play. That's alright. Doesn't matter. Not a big deal. Don't think there was really anything else I could have done there, but... One of you guys can have that. Actually, one of you guys can have the bread. Bread is pretty good for sanity regeneration, so I like letting them have that. Okay. We wanted the stone pit. I should have enough now? Yes. Okay, stone pit, we're going to need more palladium for the crusher. That stone is not ready yet. I think we go up one. Ooh, do we have enough flame organs? We're gonna either kill or capture. We're gonna kill one of these fox sparks. At least one. Make sure we have enough flame organs. Let's get rid of that damaged weapon signal. I don't want to go much farther than this. Let's go ahead and kill these Croagiros as well, so that we can make sure that we are getting all of our PAL fluids. We need those for, once again, the hot springs. Making sure that we are good to go with everything, as the base is getting closer to progressing to a point where we don't need to... Actually, we're right here. Might as well just grab it, right? Let's make sure we have plenty of stone. Spam the F key so that we collect everything as we run into it. And that's another 100 stone. Feels good. Let's go ahead and kill this T-Finch as well. Okay, that should be pretty much everything we need. I don't know if we have enough pal fluids yet or not. Hopefully we didn't despawn the Black Musketeer. We didn't. He's still there. Let's go. I think at some point we will still make ourselves a journey over to the small settlement. Yeah, we're definitely going to, because electric organs, at the very least, we need to buy those. Those are brutal to get. So, at least gonna buy electric organs, but that's really far into the future. Let's buy the Foxpark Crisp. That's usually much harder to catch than all these other ones. These other ones... Dude, do we buy the Sweepa? Because Sweepa is so far from here. Where's the closest Sweepa? There's the desert. The mini desert, I should say. Otherwise, the Alpha Boss is absolutely a trek. Now, okay, hear me out on this one. Hear me out on this one. We can still fast travel. We just have to use the respawn points. Dazzy Clouds? I don't even know. Should we find that out? But we can still use the respawn points. I kind of want to know now. If we give ourselves, like, a starting base at each of the respawn points or close to it. Wait. Palpedia default casual. We have fast travel off on this. What happens if we do respawn? Can we still teleport straight to one of our bases? I would think the answer is yes. So, look at that. We can't fast travel up to Frost Stallion or Palladius and Necromus or down here to that. Okay, but if we do a respawn... If we have these bases stocked with everything we need, so like an additional pair of armor, additional set of weapons, we can still fast travel. We're going to need to make sure that the base isn't too hot or too cold. And we're going to have to use respawn strats. Yes, I think that's the answer. Because see, once again, we can't fast travel to any of those base locations, but we can still fast travel to them. Is that an oversight? Maybe. Should we use that? I don't know. Do I have any Dazzy Clouds on me? Almost certainly not. Let me go back to the base and see if we can't do something. Now, it's a very slow fast travel. Rather frustrating one, because we're going to drop everything on death, so we're going to have to make sure we are really aware of what's at every single base. Make sure that our temperature gauge is at least comfortable, if not, like, perfect. For both day and night. Now, I'm pretty sure I didn't unlock the Dazzy Cloud, which is where? I honestly have not unlocked this in so long. Oh, that's Dazzy Necklace. Homeworld Thundercloud. We don't have a Dazzy Cloud or electric organs? We're gonna turn fast travel back on for a second. Run back over to the desert. And then... Wait. Is fast travel... No, it should be. We're good. Run over to the desert, get a Dazzy Cloud from a Dazzy. Dazzy Clouds are really important to me. No pal out of base run because it saved me when I fell into water without stamina. Oh, I believe that. Oh, look at that! Even though we went all the way down to default casual, it is still off. That's wild! I kind of thought that was the case. Yeah, I am planning to have Dazzy Clouds on us. But I was not thinking that it was going to be this crazy. I am super curious if Dazzy Clouds work. They've got to, right? You would think. You would think Dazzy Clouds would work. So even though casual settings, the fast travel should be on, it is definitely not. I feel like that's messing with so many people. I've seen at least one Reddit post about it. Someone put a comment on one of my videos, and I just didn't understand. I do now. That's wild. Alright, a quick Dazzy. Thanks, Dazzy. Oh, I need to... Probably was just as fast to go back to that fast travel point, but whatever. Okay, can a Dazzy Cloud teleport us to the base? Oh, and we need electric ore. We can buy them from the guy here. I think we got a guy that can sell them? I might be wrong. We can prioritize just by element and favorites, and... Oh, we never favorited him. You can sell it, right? Yeah. Alright, show me a homeward thundercloud. Okay, let's go ahead and go out to Dune Shelter. Let's go ahead and get out of this game. Interesting tests to find out. Learning the game some more, even after all this time. Granted, they did change quite a bit. Enable fast travel is off. I would think the Dazzy Cloud should still work. If it didn't, I'd be really surprised. Because if it didn't, it makes this technology literally useless. Which I feel like defeats the purpose. Yeah. Yeah. So far, looking good. And it's definitely looking okay. And we did teleport, and our teleports are still off. You can see that we can't click on anything. So Dazzy Clouds could be very, very big as well. In fact, it's not could be. They're definitely very, very big as well. So we're going to need Dazzy Clouds, and I think the strategy of making bases and spawning on them is definitely going to play a role as well. So once we get that second base, it's kind of like every base is going to have to be kind of an everything base. This is going to be so interesting. Oh, that's a bummer. We just wasted a little bit of stone and wood. We'll live. Oh no, spheres? Spheres! I should have not ran quite that much. That's my bad. And that's dead. I knew it before I pressed it. That's my fault. I'm sorry, Dire Howl. Starving. Whoops. Too invested in every of these ideas as we go along. Not focusing on staying alive. We need just a... Oh, we already have some stone on us. We need more wood, though. Alright, that should be enough wood. Let's go get this black marketeer back into the grave. I don't think I've said it yet this stream, but thanks for joining. I really appreciate you guys being here. The ideas, the comments, the thoughts, and just joining. I appreciate you all being here, and really think it's cool for you to be hanging out. Hopefully you're having a good time. If you have any ideas on what to improve, what we could be doing that would maybe make your life have more meaning while watching, feel free to let me know in comments, in chat. Find a way to contact me in real life. Don't do that one, please. Just stop by my house, you know. It's purely, no. But seriously, if you have any ideas, I am all ears. Have not been streaming or doing any sort of content creation for long. I mostly just started doing this because I was starting to speedrun Palworld, and I thought it'd be a lot of fun to get those videos on YouTube for making sure that they were preserved as my records over time. And now I am happily making some relatively clickbaity titles, maybe more than relatively clickbaity titles, to see if we can't get more views. I've been having a lot of fun playing like the clickbait game. I don't think I'm particularly good at it yet, but you know, we're learning. I've never been too much of an artsy person to begin with. But it's been a lot of fun, and you guys that do watch, I just hope that it's been meaningful for you guys, and that I don't put anything that's too misleading, except for maybe one or two where I'm like, if you were expecting something different, I'm sorry. Like, if you were expecting me to get to level 50 in under 8 minutes without changing custom settings, that's very wild, unless you were just expecting a 7-minute and 47-minute video of me talking about how I got to 50, which I feel like is way too short of a video for that. At least make it 10 minutes, right? Because I'm pretty sure that's what you need for advertising money or something like that. I don't know. I can't even do that yet. That's how little of how much of a baby YouTuber we are. We don't know much of anything. Both those B guards are terrible. It's tempting to buy them anyway. But yeah, I'm having fun. I just appreciate getting to play Palworld at a relatively high level for you guys, and hope that you're enjoying. I know I am having a blast getting to play this game that I've fallen in love with, and doing it after work and when I'm on weekends and stuff. So, really appreciate y'all being here, and obviously your likes, comments, subscribes are always welcome, but never necessary. Never required, never needed. Just being here is more than enough for me to be happy. So, appreciate you, and hopefully you're enjoying the stream. And us coming up with new ideas on the spot. Oh, we don't want to waste these pal spheres there, hell. As this is completely different than how I would normally play, with us not having the fast travels unlocked. Very, very exciting to see what I can do with this. I'm also interested in how I'm going to get myself over to Chill It and all of them, but I think I'm going to have to do what I was talking about before, where we do just set ourselves some bases with some additional gear so that we can get ourselves everything we need. Now, that does mean that we're going to be struggling a little bit until we get to level 10, because at the very least, we want to be able to make ourselves an additional base so that we can pull out the pals that we want every time that we respawn ourselves, or else we're just not going to have them. Or we're going to have a separate pair of pals for every time that we respawn and go to a different base. For now, I'm thinking we just power ourselves up so that our base can give us a second, or so that we can get ourselves a second base, and use that to kind of start traveling around the map. And unlocking our pals as we go, because if we don't, then we're pal-less, and I feel like hardcore hard, default hard, is very hard without pals. So I think that's the plan for right now. Let's go ahead and just buy another B-guard, I guess. Make sure we've got what we want, what we need. No, do we have any more spheres from Vixie? I keep respawning, which is going to mean that the Vixie is not going to produce as many pal spheres as we want. Plus, it's pretty rare for the pal sphere to be made. It's a bummer. So we do want this wool though, so an extra couple of land ball kills. Hey, some more land balls. That means we can finally build ourselves a glider, so we will hopefully not die to fall damage. And get ourselves going. Okay, we want to keep our money on us, though. Is there any other stone or palladium that have been respawned? It doesn't look like it. We do have the ability to upgrade our base. Primitive furnace and hot spring. So here's our primitive furnace. And infrastructure is hot spring, which needs more palladium. That's a bummer. Now, we do have a Foxparks. Nice. Okay, we do have a Foxparks. How much have we got? 57. I feel like we're going to need just a little more, right? Because we need the workbench, and then we need the medieval medicine bench. Oh, I didn't realize there's a Paldium right here. Nice. I don't know why I didn't realize there's a Paldium right there. I've been in this location so many times. Ow. Okay. One of the nice things without the Ring of Mercy on right now is these guys are just free Pal Spheres. Some free Pal Spheres, but free Pal Spheres nonetheless. This will be beneficial. Hopefully. I think it should be beneficial. Go ahead and put this furnace over here, where I tend to put furnaces. Furnace? Oh my gosh. That hot spring, where I tend to put hot springs. And continue to power up our levels and our base by spawning this black market here. Since we can't fast travel to the small settlement and back until we get to level 10 base and get our second base, we can't really get over to the small settlement easily. So I think it makes sense to just kind of continue doing the same process of getting a few Pal Spheres and then catching some pals and buying pals off of this black market here to both help the base and to get ourselves stronger. Let's get a second Vixie. That should help with the base as well. If we get 5, we still have to condense, so I'm not sure if we will or not, to be honest with you. Do we go for those deer? We could. I don't think so. I don't think so yet. I'm still hesitant to do so. We don't have any armor on us. Deer are not strong, but they're not weak either, you know? So probably the best to play it safe rather than sorry. That's an artisan. That's sweet. We have our second Lunaris. I think we switched that with the Nox. The Nox is cool, but the weight is, I think, potentially worth more. Okay, we've got those guys. You're going to water for us. You guys are getting us spheres. We probably won't do that for too much longer now that we're starting to get level 2 of things. Can probably just say get ourselves a little bit of Palladium as well from this. Go ahead and grab these wooden fiber. I forgot that we can upgrade the base again, which is actually really nice, so that we can put in Foxparks. Foxparks is going to help start making us lots of ingots. We have more than we need now, actually. And grab those Pal Spheres. Going to constantly be a battle of making sure I grab the Pal Spheres out of there, because they're going to keep putting them in there. And I always just say to put everything away with, what is that button? R, right? So for me, it's R, which is quick stack, whatever button that is for you on Xbox or PlayStation. Go ahead, always read these tooltips. Sometimes it's hard, but they're very, very useful. Hello, Arthur. Welcome back. Been a little bit. Welcome. Hope your day's going well. Downtrodden is just defense. Yeah, let's use the Dainty Eater. That'll make it easier. What's the long plan for this round? So the wheel decided for us that we were gonna do a no teleport run. Little did I realize that the consequences of that means we can't even teleport between bases. This was mostly a on-the-fly decision. I say mostly. It was completely on-the-fly decision, so I have no plans on that specifically. But I think we've already started to come up with some strategy. Nice. I'm glad your day's been going well. Our strategy currently for this run is we're going to get ourselves up to base level 10 so we can start using that to teleport around by respawning. Now, when we respawn, we drop everything on respawn, which is not a death on hardcore, right? We're just respawning, we're not dying. But we still drop everything. So the goal is going to be to get multiple bases set up so that we can get ourselves like locations around the world, and then just constantly pull our pals out of that pal box when we do this until we get to Dazzy Clouds, at which case we can finally start doing stuff. Glitches disallowed to some extent. It's going to be a restricted run where we do not do any major glitches, such as we're not going to be duplicating items. But we are going to go ahead and allow stuff like build glide because I like it too much. I think it's too fun not to do. Plus, there's probably a few other like little glitches that I don't even think that I'm doing sometimes. It's just kind of ingrained in me. So we'll probably do all the little tiny glitch type of tech, but nothing beyond that. Nothing that is truly game breaking. We're not going to be using any guards to kill Zoe and Grisbolt. We're not going to be duplicating any items. It's just going to be a more or less straight through play of the game with build glide and anything else that is kind of a glitch. Sounds like a plan? Yeah, I think so. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where this goes. Seeing that we can't just teleport around immediately, our gameplay is so much slower. Yeah, so we're trying to rush character level to some extent right now because the faster we can get to the higher levels, the faster we can get to teleporting around the world. Even though fast transport is off, it's still pseudo on, right? Like I said, with the ability to respawn, we can still respawn at other bases. I don't know if that's an oversight, but I don't think so. I think like if you press the respawn button, you should be able to respawn at a base. But in this case, yeah, we're gonna use that to our advantage. Try to keep like a travel pack with us, I think, so to speak. So every time we want to come back to the main base until we get Dazzy Clouds, we're just gonna have that little travel pack that we will be building here pretty soon. Or Jet Wagon, yeah. Yeah, Jet Wagon would be nice. Don't think we need anything else. Those are some good buys, though. Do we go for the Lucky Chickpea? Of course we do. I don't know if I'd kill it with another attack, so let's just throw some spheres at it. Hey, Lucky Chickpea! You'll love to see it. Hooligan. Interesting. Interesting. Nice, he's been putting in work. Not enough work, though. I thought we were closer than that. So since we still have a little bit of time, let's grab all these stupid pieces of wood that aren't just entering our inventory and help them by cutting down some trees, I guess, while we wait for that ingot to happen. Ooh, we could go for another rush ore, potentially get a better rush ore, seeing as we're not going to get over to dig toys very quickly. A rush ore, a strong rush ore could be really clutch. That's probably close enough. We have a damaged weapon. Nice. So, yeah, a lot of thinking on the fly. I'm gonna reserve the right tomorrow to switch it to a teleport, but right now I'm really feeling like we don't. Because I'm actually really excited about it, because I've never played the game like this, you know? It's a different and exciting way to try and play the game. Kind of like random hardcore would have been, because I've never played random hardcore for more than a handful of minutes, so this is exciting to see what we need to do to actually do this type of gameplay and see where we get. And it's very exciting. At least I'm excited. King Pack, no thanks. They're all not the best purchases. You really like that merchant? Well, yes. I like getting free gold. Or something as close to free gold as you can get. And then him selling me pals that I can use in the base makes him even better. Sounds interesting? Yeah, I think so too. It's going to make the run way slower than what I was thinking it could be or would be. But I think that could also just make it more enjoyable to some extent. I've mostly been playing this game as fast as I can for the last couple months. And so this could be a very exciting, different way to play. Don't know that I need that many arrows, but we're going to go ahead and make a few. Spheres, I think we're going to need those. And then probably going to want these as well, yes. Okay. Alright. I don't know where the last one, but I want you to make that for me, please. Let's see. We could get our grappling gun soon. We could get an egg incubator soon. All of that is beneficial, but I don't think it is the biggest thing to go for. Should have made at least one more palladium. Let's go ahead and grab the pig. Good old Rushor, the warthog. In fact, I'm almost thinking we just have an extra fun time with this one instead of going for like a challenge run or something. Can we just do it? You know? In which case, like, we can do like come over here and waste a little bit of time and be like, Mr. Warthog. Yeah. It's so stupid. Any challenge run ideas, or after you want to focus on what's on your plate first? Yeah, so, you know, I do think it would be a lot of fun to try playing some random hardcore as well. We've still got some work to do on speedruns, as there are a bunch more categories, so at least a couple of them sound interesting. We lost our Zoe Unrestricted title to Okia and Nick Wham Nick. I can't quite remember the order of his name, but Nick, really cool guy. I should really memorize his name better, seeing as we were playing a little bit together, trying to break the record, and he did. He brought it down. I couldn't. So that was cool. Could potentially burst your Dazzy already. Ooh, that's actually another interesting idea. It's a lady, though? Yeah, that's what makes it so funny. At least I think it's funny. I don't know. Maybe that's offensive to somebody and I shouldn't do that. I don't know. To be honest with you, if it does offend you, I'm sorry, but this is who I am. I don't mean anything by it. It's just who I am, and I'm not going to change. I'm sorry. If that makes you upset, I really am sorry, but I guess I'm not, because my mother always told me sorry means you'll never do it again, and I will certainly do it again. I think stuff like that is hilarious. And I can't help myself. It's just who I am. But as for runs, yeah, lots to do with speedrunning. I would like to do a random hardcore. We'll see about maybe doing a true challenge run on this at some point, where it is once again just hardcore straight up, and see if we can't do everything in the game in 100 days, which would namely be Xenolord Ultra. Or, not Xenolord Ultra, but Xenolord. I have no intent to ever defeat Xenolord Ultra on hardcore. Nick is a lady, huh? Huh, Cat? No, not Nick. Not Nick. Mr. Warthog. Mr. Warthog is a lovely, lovely lady. I'm pretty sure, right? I did that on purpose. Yeah. Mr. Warthog. Female. Oh, gosh. I'm probably gonna end up being on some YouTube clip with thousands of people hating me. Take it out of perspective, or even in perspective, it's still pretty bad. Oh gosh. Let's go ahead. We have quite a bit of gold. We can go ahead and spend it on some more dinosaurs. Oh, good times, good times.
Yeah.
It's 2025. We moved past that stuff now. Oh, good. Good. You know, I'm not up with the times anymore. I'm old and I'm set in my old ways. I don't learn anything new anymore like this talk tick stuff. I don't get what that is. What's that all about? You guys want to hear the worst story I can remember from when I was young? I'm gonna tell you anyway. It's not really the worst story, but let me just say we were like 5th graders, or maybe a little older than that. Actually, we were probably closer to 6th or 7th graders. And I tell you what, YouTube had just come out. That's how ancient I am. YouTube had just come out. And I wanted to show my friend this awesome new thing that was showing that you could like see videos and stuff on. And so I searched it up and I typed it U with the letter U in tube, thinking I would get to show him this most awesome thing I'd found. And lo and behold, right there in the living room, up pops a porn site. That was fantastic. And I'm going to my friend like, no, this isn't what I meant to do. I did not mean to show you this video site that was pornographic. I'm sorry. This is not what I meant to do. Oh, scarred me for life. I tell you what. I make sure that I remember how to spell the websites of things before I suggest them anymore. That's one thing I learned when I was much younger. Get it? Named my female Bastigor Chairman Meow. Very nice. Very nice, Matthew. It's the little things you don't forget. Well, sometimes you forget all the little things. In fact, it's probably all the little things you forget, but you remember some of them. Oh, I hadn't thought about that story in ages. That was one of the funniest things. I tell you what, I was traumatized. Accidentally showing your friend something you didn't mean to see, you know? It's Tub Girl or 2 Girls 1 Cup? No, we don't need to talk about those. Those did get washed, but not by he and I regret every second of it. Every second. No, never again. To be young and dumb, thank God I'm done with that. Now I'm old and dumb. Why no buy Nightwing early? It's just so expensive and not particularly great for the base. It is tempting considering we don't have that much, but I do plan on being able to ride Dire Howl around quite a bit still, so... Oh, you aren't looking at that. That's okay. Internet classics? We don't need to talk about internet classics. We can talk about, like, Marble Rally Racing when COVID came out. You guys ever see that stuff? Man, I was always voting on marbles and stuff, and my friend, I got him to watch it. He said that he got his entire friend group to go and bet on Marble Rally Racing. And I was like, why didn't you invite me to this? Why didn't you invite me to Marble Rally Racing gambling? I would be all for that. Wait, I'm making the sphere one. Whoops, I want the medieval medicine. I know I taught of vertical mobility when I asked. Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to need it for a little bit. I could be wrong. Well, but I think the way I'm still going to play this is still mostly without needing the verticality. I don't need to be LeBron James over here. We can just stay on the ground. Probably still manage. Why'd you go to... You went to bed immediately? You got weekend? Wait. No, okay, this one's the weekend one. Okay, thank goodness. Oh, I did forget to make more beds. That makes more sense. You guys are gonna get me in trouble mentioning these old things. I guess I started it. It's my fault. It's my fault for mentioning YouTube, which, as far as I'm aware, is no longer a website. So don't worry about it. I wasn't telling you anything you could go see. Plus, I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious where you need to go if you need something. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Probably more than I should have said on the topic, actually. But you know. I feel like that's one of my only true problems with potentially being a streamer is I do have a poor filter sometimes, but I'm trying to put on my best filter when I do this. It's not like at work where I'm cursing like a sailor or anything like that at the computer because it's my code's not compiling or something. Usually it's not that, it's something else, but still. 2 pals. Oh my gosh. Palworld raids, you need to make that video. I'd watch it. I mean... it just sounds so wholesome. I don't condone anyone to do what I do. No. No, never. Why would I recommend anyone do what I do? I'm just a man. You guys don't need to listen to me. I'm not a smart man. I'm not a dumb man, usually. I gotta have those caveats in there, usually. But you know, we are who we are, and not too much changes that. I don't think we need this weapon anymore, so let me just get rid of it so I don't think of it anymore. T-pose! We're getting to the point where I think we want to dump some into HP. I want to make sure we don't die. Go ahead and grab these pal fluids, plus it's a little bit more experience. Just to make sure. I did hit this guy, right? We did now. Okay. You know what? We need to get just a little bit more level in. So I guess we do burn him one more time. 1 or 2 more times. To get ready for finally moving away from the base. But our palladium has been really low this entire time. We can start converting the stone into palladium at a greater rate now that our stone pit is probably got a little bit of excess in it. Vanguard Stronghold Strategist. We're buying that purely for the double passive that we want. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, a musclehead cryolinks. What do we want to breed him with? I feel like we do want that to breed. It's a hard to catch pal in the future. It's just so expensive. That's a good point, Paul. I've not unlocked that yet. But we do have flame and poison bow. We don't have many poison arrows yet, though. Let's see if we can capture this land ball. Nope. So we're gonna need to go on an ancient technology spree, I think. To do that, I really should have grabbed more venom glands for Killamari. That's alright. That's alright. Let's go ahead and cancel this. Well, wait, do we have... We have only a handful more. Powell Expedition Station is the really, really big guy that we're not going to use for a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let's go grab a little bit more ore. Astagon. Is that what we breed for Astagon? Thought I was going to be much closer to something that I wanted to charge at with rush ore, but I guess not. Is there not a second ore over here? How far is this? I don't think I want to go that far. Probably going to despawn the black market tier if we do. That said, I think we're probably okay without speeding up the black market tier for right now, as we are still in need of collecting all these resources. But I might not be right on that. It might be in our best interest to do something like that. Is that stone? That stone is not ready yet. So I think we do keep making more palladium this way. It's not my favorite. It's a little slow, but that's alright. A little slow is just kind of how this run is going to go. Ice organs, though. Oh, so we're going to need to go find pangolets. Do you want an early Petalia? Yes and no. Petalia is a harder pal to catch in general, so I tend to like getting one. But it is not necessary, right? I mean, I guess technically no pal is necessary in the beginning, but all pals are beneficial in one way or another. Oh my gosh, just let me off. So, I personally like having an early Petalia. It is not necessary, but it is convenient. So, let's go ahead and just have you cook like most of those berries. They should be able to make as much as they need. Since we need the ice organs, we're gonna go on a journey. I think some of the earliest pangolets we can get are this way. And you know what, while we're out, let's grab more palladium. If you do get to breeding a cryolinx, and Liftmonk does one apparently. Ah, you know, that might be one of the ones I was thinking of. Because I know I was thinking about potentially buying one for my previous run, but I can't remember why. I made myself like a little cheat sheet of some things that I may or may not want, and was just like looking over it for a while, and then I left it up on the side of my stream while we were running. I didn't really use it at all, but it was nice to be there. It was a nice little crutch so that I had something to look at if I wanted to, but for the most part we just ended up using a breeding calculator, and the people that were in our stream, we utilized them to help us out while our brain wasn't always working the best. Quite a big number of help came from the stream on that one, so very appreciative to everyone that was on the 26-hour stream. Just another little shout out to you guys, really appreciate it. Both you guys being there and for the help. It was fun. Fun all the way through. No, not bandworm. Anything but bandworm. I kind of want this Rubini. Let's see if we can catch it. Dead? Probably if I did that. Okay. This will allow us to just have the entire setup for Ribbonies and the Dire Howl so that we have more damage overall. Okay, we should be able to get pangolets over here. If I am remembering correctly, we're just going to have to cross this, go down a little ways, and make it back without dying. Yes, there's pangolets. Let me go ahead and, nice, made it up. Okay, we're gonna run from them, see if they'll chase me now that I've hurt them. Excellent. Fighting in the water is absolutely atrocious, so we're just pulling them. Makes for a much easier fight for me. We don't necessarily need to capture them, but I think we try anyway. Very nice. Now we just kill the next one if it pops out. How many ice organs do we get? 2? 3 in total. Nice. We might only need 2 more. There's 2 more right there. Make you mad. Maybe get your friend mad at us too. That is death. That's a bummer. Honestly, do I... That one's just so annoying. We're gonna have to pull them as well. Let's just keep going down the beach. We need some Lift Monk effigies anyway. We'll probably run across something else that we can definitely use. As Dr. Braun. This dire howl is only, interesting. Why are you running, Doctor? A meteorite? We've been playing for an hour and a half. Oh, wow. Doctor? Oh, that dire howl is mad. Was the Doctor running from that dire howl, or was he getting pushed from the celery? Let's, see what happens. Here goes nothing. Hey! We've got a good one! That's the first good Dr. Braun ever! First good Dr. Braun ever. Increased our stats by 15 and gave us Pyromaniac? Hey! It's not, like, incredible. And I don't know how much we're gonna really need Pyromaniac, but... Doc's busy? Yeah. Yeah, Doc had other plans. He saw us coming and he ran the other way, man. Tell you what. He reminds me that I should go do a doctor visit myself. Yep, plus 15 in Pyromaniac. I've seen worse. And by I've seen worse, every other single time I've done them, it's been worse, so... Gotcha. Silly Rushor, you can't beat me. You can't beat Mr. Warthog. Oh, you know what? Because of that, I think we need to rename you. There we go. There we go. We've got the chosen one. Anytime we see Dr. Braun, the chosen one is going to be chosen, I think. Because we finally got the good stats. Okay, last Pangolette. That should be all of our ice organs. We've got 5. I'm blind. Once again. There they are. All the way up in the top. Not where I was expecting them, but... We'll evolve into Hellhound. Ooh. Will it? If it keeps getting traits... I'm thinking it could become Cerberus itself. It's so weird not thinking to go grab fast travel spots. It's just like, I don't need those. Don't even bother. Okay, let's go ahead and make our way back to home. Continue to grab Palladium on our way back, since Palladium is very scarce for us right now. I missed that one. I'm just excited that I finally got a Dr. Braun that didn't hate me. Actually, that's not true. Dr. Braun doesn't hate anybody. He's just not particularly good at doing surgeries on me. Is this the one that we can't get to? No, we can. Cool. 3 points, though. Yeah, of course. You can't say, you can't be upset when things go your way. Even if they're not perfect, you can't be upset. At least I'm not upset. I guess you can be upset if things go your way, but like if that's what you were wanting is things to go your way and you're still upset, like that, I feel like your mindset's just needing a reframe. It could have gone horribly. It could have only gone okay. But instead it went your way. Let's go. Let's go. Every time. Alright. The long journey back. It's not even that long of a journey. A short journey back to home base. Let's go ahead and see if we can catch this Cativa. We killed it. What about this Ribbony? The Ribbonies, I think, have more defense and HP. Yeah, let's go. Stay in the sphere. Now, we do want to quickly run past the Mossanda Lux. We don't like it. It is not always the nicest of pals. At least I'm pretty sure it's an aggressive pal. I'd have to double check that, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and add one more stat in the weight. Then we're just gonna need to drop a couple of stone. And we're making our way back home. So we can unlock this base. And honestly, this base isn't that far from Chillet. So I think we probably don't even bother with doing anything weird. With, like, going back and forth and stuff. With a fast travel. Okay, our cooler box can be made now, and then a sphere workbench is going to need even more ingots. Oh, we're on track! We didn't need more ingots, we just needed that. Awesome. Oh, and I didn't make the stuff that I would need for a hanging trap. I think we go ahead and do one more while we get everything ready. Chillet abuse signs. There's a chance. There is a chance. I'm saying there's a chance. What I'm really thinking, though, is we might do more than just put a base over by Chillet. Vaylet's a hard pal to get, so go ahead and buy that. We don't care about the rest. Elphidran's also a hard pal, but I think we want to keep our money as we are considering moving here pretty soon. Almost deleted that cooler box already, and we needed to do that first. Let's see, we need one more level. Okay, once we get one more level, then we'll be in a good spot. Here we can make ourselves heat-resistant pelt. Yeah, I think that's fine. Go ahead and heavy module, maybe? I think that's fine. We don't have anything for the wheat plantation, which is one reason why I want to get over... Get ourselves over to, the small settlement, as that should help us out on that front. Even though we could technically do it without going to the small settlement, I think it's probably for the best to go to the small settlement and be ready that way. I grabbed the wrong one. One more level, so potentially buy a couple of pals from the Black Marketeer here. Potentially just catch another thing or three when we spawn back in. But since we're going to be here anyway, I feel like it's worth it to kill the Black Marketeer again for a little bit of moolah. Little money, you know? So let's see. Hopefully something good. Fell back. I love buying... Oh, Jolt Hog Crisp. I love buying that. The other three? No thanks. Let's go ahead and grab these Fox Barks. Oh, those are perfect. They're about as low as they get before we killed them. Nice. 17, so that's the level we need for the base to upgrade. Poison crossbow as well. Tombstone! I feel like we might need that this round. We'll see. We'll unlock it. I've never made a tombstone before, which makes me wonder if there's some hidden tech with the tombstone that we might be able to use. Wouldn't that be neat? As if you could use some weird stuff. Didn't Flamebeak drop fire organs in Ranch? Kelpsea Ignis does. I think there might be one other pal that does that. My favorite black market get ever was a fresh saved Jolt Hog Crisp with Nocturnal. Nice. That's a solid pickup. Okay, so we've got that. We've got a shield. Let's grab this feather hair band. Feathered hair band. Not hairband. Yes. Okay, because we need the wheat, we either need to go over to Bristlia's or we need to go to the small settlement, which is here. So we need to go... I'm thinking we might be able to build glide ourselves over there. To do that, though, I would like to use Killamari, since the amount of stamina cost is way lower. Okay, that already went straight to R. Module's location. Yeah, she does. I just checked. Nice. Let's go ahead and grab just a couple of spheres here. I don't want to use too many because we still need to upgrade our base. And so I try not to upgrade my base, or sorry, I try not to make too many spheres until my base has been upgraded. Because then we can always tear those things down and use it to make spheres. But in this case, I think it probably is beneficial to make at least a few of them. You have Hangyu, though. Hangyu's level 21, so we have to get to level 21 before we can use Hangyu. At least I think it's 21? Not 20, sorry. I'm pretty good with relative numbers. Apparently not with exact. So... we are still working on that. On getting that level. We also have the Killamari. We just don't have the venom glands we need for it. Killamari also takes less stamina to use overall. Which is a benefit, especially in a run like this, where we aren't putting too many points into stamina. So, hard to say, but I do want another Fox Barks or two. If that pops out, we kill it for the leather and the flame organs. Nice. For the most part, you don't need flame organs, but at the very beginning, you sort of do, so. Very cool to get a last little bit right there. One second. I have my phone on a wireless charger and it wasn't charging, so I'm wondering if I needed to do something or if my phone is not just charging anymore. I took it out of the case and it's still not charging. That's unfortunate. We'll have to try plugging it in later. Otherwise, looks like I might be buying a new phone tomorrow. So if I end up streaming a little bit later than usual tomorrow, that's because I needed to go buy a new phone. Or get it fixed or something. That'd be a little upsetting, but not a big deal. Uh,
Yeah.
I have an old phone. What can I say? I don't need all the new fancy gadgets or make it even faster or anything. I just need it to work. Let me do text messages, send phone calls, and every now and again maybe play a game, look stuff up on the internet. I'm particularly keen on looking up stupid phrases on the internet. I always end up finding the stupidest things on the internet to look up because I'm like, I wonder where this phrase started and why it's said this way. And the phone is a wonderful thing for that. Just check if it ain't the charger itself. Yeah, it didn't look like it was. I did a quick look that it was plugged in, but I mean, maybe it's something else. I can also say I was doing it at work and it didn't charge at work either, and I assumed it was my charger at work because my charger at work is absolutely terrible. But I was like, yeah, whatever. It's my charger at work. I don't need my phone that much. It's just nice to have a full charge.
Yeah.
But since we don't, we'll just make sure that we're a little bit more cautious tonight, or go get ourselves a new phone tomorrow. You never know. As it stands, we're just catching ribbonies, pretty much whatever we can to try and level up, and kind of just waiting for nighttime. Probably just grab this paladin to make sure we have everything we need. And that chicken is alive. Makes me kind of want to hit this chicken the same way. Oops, I missed. Nice. That's nice. Just free experience for the most part. Is that 17 to 18? Not quite. Let's not go that far from the base yet. Okay, it's almost nighttime, so we can get some venom glands, which will make it easier for us to get out and about. The Black Marketeer looks to have finished. Or I should say perished once again. Finished might not be the best way to put that. Now we go ahead and continue doing what we always do. Hang the Black Marketeer. Make sure we've got everything we need. We should have enough Palladium now to last us for a little bit, so we'll probably make a few more Pal Spheres. I'm almost thinking we get rid of the Vixies already, as I don't know that they're really doing all that much for us, if I'm honest with you. They've made us a handful of spheres, but that's it. I'm kind of thinking just having the resources would be better. Yeah, I'm thinking sweep is not a big deal. Petalia, just because it's a rare pal to see at the Wildlife Sanctuary 1, and it's a hard pal to get because it's really only an alpha pal, so that's why I buy Petalias most of the time. It's not because of other, like, I think it's a great work pal or something. It is a great work pal, but that's one of the big reasons why I buy it, because it's hard to get through other means, and since it's hard to get through other means, I don't mind buying it. It's also a good base pal, so, I mean, we're going to need a couple if we're going to have multiple bases going until we get, like, leans. So probably makes it make the most sense. Yeah, but seeing as we can't teleport over to anything because teleport is disabled, we can't just go buy our spheres as easy as I would like. So otherwise it would be absolutely unnecessary. It would just be completely obsolete. I think we need to add in... What do we want to add in? Tombats? I think Tombats. Yeah, Tombats are what we want. Let's go ahead and have 4 Tombats. That means we'll have plenty of gathering. Most of the time they'll be spent mining. We're going to go ahead and switch this Vixie out too. What do I want to switch it with? Oh, yeah, we do have a Beegard in. The Chosen One ate berries. It is the most important thing. The Chosen One defeated a pal. Yes. Yes, the Chosen One is the Chosen One. The Chosen One is going to carry us this run. Quite literally. On his back. I'm tempted to put in cryolinks, I think. I feel like cryolinks is a fun one to put in. Okay. Don't know why, but it made you laugh? Excellent. I kind of get a kick out of it, too. Dinosaur? Let's see if we can't just blast through this dinosaur. We should. It was asleep, so... Will that kill?
Yeah.
Nope. Excellent. 50% chance. That's guaranteed, right? I'm definitely considering it, but we won't need pal oil for a little bit. And I do mean a little bit. Probably not for like another 6 hours. Based on the rate we're going, it's going to be a long time before we need pal oil. So, I'm thinking we refrain on that for right now. We should be able to manage that in a little bit. But yes, we will definitely do that at some point, Karoth. Gosh, every time I go back to the start screen, my hand goes to my F1 key, which is the key that I use to start my timer when I speedrun. Oh, it's totally muscle memory now. That's gross. It's awesome, but gross. It was mostly because of 3 hours yesterday trying to beat that record and failing back to back to back. Oof. Another Lunaris. That's a hard one to get. Impatient is tempting. Oh, runner B-guard? Why not? Relatively cheap. I don't think so. I don't think we go for that sweeper. We really want to get some nocturnal pals. Like, if we see a daydream, we'll be very happy. Tombat would be pretty sweet. How are we not seeing any nocturnal pals? Do they not know it's nighttime? Come on, nocturnal pals. We need you. We need you. Quite literally need them for... And the Depresso? Isn't that... No, they have venom glands. Alright. No! I wanted to catch... Well, the kill is still fine, but I wanted to catch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my Depresso lovers. Oh, no. Oh, no, I did that one, too. That's my bad. My bad, guys. That's like I accidentally killed that Depresso there. Oh, that's my bad. Didn't mean to. Oh, look, a Daydream. Let's catch that. Oh, another Daydream. Let's catch that. At least try to. Cool, that should be enough venom glands, but we're gonna keep doing little rotations here, see if we can't get ourselves a few more nocturnals. I should just say dark pals, really. They're not nocturnal. That's a passive versus what these are, which is just dark. Alright. The Chosen One, get after him. Oh, the Chosen One, that was pathetic. The Chosen One, No, the Chosen One! Defeated Tombat, why? We wanted that Tombat. The Chosen One is just too good. No, the Chosen One once again defeated a Daydream. The Chosen One just knows what's up, man. It's just a lean, mean, fighting machine. Nice. Okay. Let's go back to the the Black Marketeer. The Chosen One is hungry. Go ahead. Do this again. I don't hate this. I think this is probably for the best to continue going in and out for this Black Marketeer. getting the pals is very beneficial, as we will want them in other bases, not just one or two. And then
Yeah.
we should be pretty good. Another Nox, super rare. Petalia is good. The others are just terrible passives, and so we don't need them. Daybreak just happened, and I don't see any more pals out there. But we should be able to get ourselves the Killamari saddle. Once we make ourselves a little bit of cloth. Yes, we can do it. Let's go. Okay, let's let the chosen one eat some berries here. I think the chosen one was hungry. Okay, let's go ahead and add more to HP, as we already know how easy it is for us to just absolutely die. Let's try to avoid that. Okay, with the Killamari's gloves, we should be able to get pretty far with very little. Go ahead and put this as a favorite so that we can save that noble. Some interesting pals at this base. Let's get out there and get ourselves the stuff that we need to start progressing. We need some wheat seeds, so we're gonna head over to the small settlement. Go ahead and just use one of them, that's fine. Make that for me real quick, Linares. And now we have... Oh, wait. We want to put in the stone and wood. There we go. Might as well kill some more. Make sure we have plenty of lamb ball wool. Really, it's the same wool between the lamb balls and all of them, but we got it. Yeah, we used the megas. I'm not worried about it. We were saving them potentially for a Tombat, but we killed the Tombat, so... And let's go ahead and use that too. Okay, I'm thinking we should be able to get a decent launch from right over here. Okay, so I'm thinking right. This direction is Grintail. We should be able to then go from Grintail, yeah, down to Chill. Oh, we already can see Chill it? That's really convenient. Yeah, that's the way to go. Grab just a few more pieces of wood right here. Double check. Yep, we have the Killamari. Don't want to kill ourselves with fall damage. Let's go ahead and pull back in Dire Howl. And away we go. Oh. Oh, I see where. I see where. Nice. Okay, so we made it over to Chill It. Oh, Joel Christ, we can't save you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I used all my spheres. Oh, there's a sphere here. I could have saved you, Joel Hogcrest. I could have saved you. Any Palladium? Yes, excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves set up at this base over here. That worked out rather nicely, all things considered. Now that we're over here, we won't be able to travel with this, but we can make spheres out of this. Right? So we can get this base to get really good production on the ore and stuff like that, so that they can make ourselves the spheres until we get the ore mining site too. In which case this base will be basically unnecessary anymore. but I think it's probably for the best anyway. Let's go ahead and throw out some pals to mine for us. We've got those two ready. That's probably enough for right now. Let's throw out this Linares. And we have the ability to make a chest. And then we're going to need to make ourselves... Oh no, I didn't bring any berry seeds. Okay, well let's go grab ourselves some berry seeds. We should be able to grab some right over here. We also need to grab more items so that this base can be fully self-sufficient. Once we've done that, we will be starting to be okay. Starting to be okay.
Yeah.
There we go. I was like, I thought I had this. How many hours do I have on Palworld? Probably pretty close to 1,200. 1,200 hours would not surprise me. That's probably a fair guess. Okay, so we should have all the berry seeds we need. Let's go ahead and make sure another Jolt Hog Crest. That's a very low chance, but you can stay in there. Aww. Okay. Just grab a few more pieces off the ground here. They're still trying to kill that Jolt Hog Crest. That's funny. Rookie numbers. You have more than me, Sadistic Spirit. How many hours do you have? Show me up. The streamers no good. Only 1,200 hours. Need to crank those numbers up. Get over 9,000 at least. That's what I'm talking about. 9,000 hours on Palworld. I don't even know. Has Palworld been out for 9,000 hours? Surely it has. A year is 365. 365 times 24. 20 times. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's awfully close. We're getting ourselves set up to have this base be very self-sufficient. Probably like 350. That's a solid count though, man. That's really solid. What am I doing? Why am I using that? Gross. Don't ever use that again. Mr. Warthog is ashamed of us. Okay, we should be able to get over here and add what we need now. Absolutely need some berry plantations. Going to need some beds. Gonna need a lot more beds. 9,000 hours is 375 days. I'm disappointed that I haven't played Palworld 24/7 since it came out. It's such a frustrating thing, man. I can't believe I haven't done that. Pathetic. Let's make myself a repair bench.
Yeah.
That would be quite something if we had that many hours on the game, though, I tell you what. You're at 265, spent 7 hours last night resetting for Hexlight armor schematics, got 2 heat-resistant 4s, I'd like a helmet. Austin, I'm so sorry for you, man. That's brutal. What, you don't like my bed placement? Are you sure? Are you sure you don't like it? Tell me now. What about now? Or now? How about now? Is that good bed placement? Hmm? I've never seen better bed placement in my life, if I'm honest with you. I think that is probably unbeatable in terms of perfection. Right there. You'll never see anybody have a more perfect bed placement than that. Actually, I think we just do the dinosaur. We need a watering pail. Kojio can fit the bill. It'll be slow, but it'll be steady. We need a food bin. You're literally Satan? Oh my gosh, that's terrible. How could you say that to me? I am just a humble man trying to do his best at Palworld. I don't have much time at the game. Oh, thank you very much. I don't have that much time at the game to learn how to place beds properly, okay? I don't understand. I'm doing my best, okay? Palworld is super fun and addicting, especially considering the type of game it is. I was only able to make it to level 40 in 100 days when I tried the default hardcore mode, but it made you a better player. That's awesome. That's so fantastic. I can say that this is far from what I was expecting to do right now, because we turned off fast travel. And turning off fast travel means that we have the joy of not being able to do anything fast anymore. It's going to be pretty wild. J. Adam, I think that's fantastic for you to play it that way. I know I am learning things all the time now with this, thinking through the game very differently than I did before. Okay, those guys can help transport when they're not working. And those guys are our miners. We've got no other mining pal at the moment. That's a little unfortunate, but I think that's okay. We've got lots of those, but we have very few watering. And let's go ahead and throw in a watering pal again. So that means we've got 2 waterings, but they're both level 1. That'll work. Austin, you want an Easter egg in the game for a PAL union on work conditions? Ooh. Did you ever read, there was a post on Reddit a while back about, like, if there was, like, some secret endings where you could, like, team up with a couple of the different PAL Alliance towers and stuff? Or different, faction towers. Because, like, maybe if you never, like, harmed a PAL or things like that. And it's almost certainly not in the game, but boy, would that be an interesting thing. You find the grind doesn't get a little egregious once you enter around level 45. Your experience gain comes to a crawl. Oh yeah, for sure. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Yeah. It definitely can be pretty brutal. I think this base looks good now. That is going to continue to do everything for us. We're going to want to grab the stone there. So let's go ahead and get ourselves ready to make a stone pit here so that we can make spheres here. You guys are being very generous. Thank you for the likes. At least I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Maybe it's something else. I'm seeing the like counter go up, but I'm seeing all those hearts, and I'm only assuming that those are the likes. Love a quest to join factions. The PIGF guy being a coke dealer cracked you up. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely unreal. They like truly went no holds barred on like how evil everyone in this game is, including the player. It's so cool. So cool. Except for, I think Zoe might be the only one that's truly not evil, and they're easily the weakest of all of them. It's all you sadistic. Cool. You do you. I will happily take it. What am I? Oh yeah, we wanted a high quality. We wanted that. Oh, we do want a hot spring. We kept PAL fluids on us. Look at that. Wow. Do we have any more beds? No. Zoe a survivor. Lily hates humans. Yeah. Lily loves Lylene, though, and I like that about her. Lylene is a very cool flower. It's so funny. Somebody the other day, I'm trying to remember who, but they were trying to remember the name of Lylene, and they're like, that flower pal. And so now I'm always just going to remember Lylene as being the flower pal. Lylene isn't evil. Her people are just corrupt. Yeah, I agree. I guess Zoe and Lily. Zoe and Grisbolt, Lily and Lylene, neither are evil. Grisbolt, I don't know. Grisbolt might be evil, but Zoe isn't. The grass girl isn't necessarily evil since she doesn't know about how her men get money. Yeah, that's what I'm remembering. Yeah, you're right. Oh, oh, did you see that movement? That was sick. Whoa, that was wild. Like, she really does express her distaste for humans. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, I could put a fire pal. I don't know if I have another fire pal. Oh, no, I do. Okay. Do we put in Foxbarks? Maybe we do put in a Foxbarks instead of... Yeah, instead of Lunaris. We probably don't need Lunaris in here. Yeah, not calling her evil. Yeah. And the player can be evil too. Like, when they place beds, they can be very evil. Luckily, we're not. We're very good when we place beds.
Yeah.
Okay, we should be getting plenty of food. Yeah, that looks like it's going to be great. We should have everything we need. Double check that we've got all our stuff set up. I want to set up an extra storage bin over here. Let's see. Probably just grab... This is the scary part because I took off the glider. And that too, so when it gets cold. Okay. That should work. We don't necessarily need any of this back at the other base either. Yes, okay. I think we're fine. The only thing we truly want back at the other base is the ancient civilization part, but we're gonna be fine. Yeah, I think the main pal is Anubis. I think it makes the most sense. It'll mean you're... Oh, I forgot that we were gonna drop our pals. Let's do that one more time. Anubis just gives you that 3 mining and the 4 handiwork. The 3 mining can, for the most part, keep up with what you want to be making. And then the 4 handiwork just means whenever you want to make something, it just... Oops. I really know what I'm doing. And then the 4 handiwork just means whenever you want to make something, it gets made, right? So it's really cool that you make something essentially when you want to make it, and then you're still constantly getting things as you go. Best pal for base. I think so too, yeah. And you need to have a good base going so that you can get yourself a strong, what's the word? A strong like economy going, so you can catch more pals, so that you can get stronger economy going, and so on and so forth. It just definitely seems well worth it all the way through. So we don't have any more wool here, so we're gonna go out on a wool hunting spree. And I thought we were gonna have some wool here, but we don't. We will just find some lamb balls here real quick, hopefully. And we are naked, which means we can start dying to cold. But we have a base set up. We're going to get ourselves ready for this one. Dang, that lamb ball just shot across the map. That's only 2. What about Axel? I'm not aware of anything that he's done bad. I think I could have sworn he did something. Not necessarily evil, but he's not good. If that makes sense. Like, he's one of those that I don't think he's done wrong, but maybe I'm misremembering. Okay, that should be more than enough. Still takes forever to make the late game legendary armor. 4 perfect newbies with 5 handy and booster work speed and still a couple men to get the Gatling laser. Yeah, it does take a while. Luckily for me, I usually have things that I don't mind waiting for stuff to be made. But I can understand why it would be frustrating when you're ready to get stuff working and going, and you can't because it's you're waiting on it. You know, it's definitely not the most enjoyable, but if you can find ways to get around it where you're still doing stuff, definitely could be not the worst. Now I'm just realizing now that it would have been nice if I had kept the gold, but we're gonna go back to that base fairly soon anyway. Might need to finally start reading the journals. Yeah, I definitely can't say that I've read them all that much, but I've read enough, or at least had enough of the lore explained to have a decent concept. But yeah, so I don't know. For me, the making of items is it's slow, but usually I don't sit there and watch it. It's just I tell them to make it, I go do something else, and then I come back and it's made, and I'm like, yay! Wet dream for multitasking? Yeah, for sure. It does kind of scratch that itch for trying to get anything and everything done all at the same time. Okay, so we've got a second set of armor made. That's the big thing I wanted to do here. So that we could make sure that we're using that each time we travel between the bases. We don't need any of this food or anything. We can go ahead and tell Foxbarks to continue to make more for while we're away. That's both going to give us experience, and it's going to give more food at this base, I guess is what I should say. Did we get enough for... We didn't. We're so close, though. We're not going to bother. Okay. Put these pals back away. Oops, not return. Respawn. Go back to that other base as I want to continue traveling around that area for a little bit. Mainly, I want to go to the small settlement, and this is a pretty good spot to go for the small settlement. I guess I could, instead of putting all the gear away, I could just leave it on the ground. That probably wouldn't be the worst either, right? In fact, that's probably just straight up better. Yeah, that's probably the way I should do it. Oh well. Okay. Regardless, we've got one base ready and good to go. We can tell the Foxbarks to do that. We're going to go ahead and add a campfire here as well. And we're going to just put it off to the side over here so pals hopefully don't land on top of it and burn themselves. Go ahead and do this once again. Get ourselves all set up. Tell Foxbarks that he can make quite a few cooked berries when he feels like it. We should have at least some wood. Yes, excellent. And let's see, where is... Oh, the tree's been chopped down. So it should be right about here in between those two. Or is it here? I think it's something like this. That might not be high enough, though. We can crouch. Bummer. Let's try again. Best power recommendations to fight Victor and Shadowbeak. It kind of depends on your level. If your level is high enough where you've already like caught Jetragon, go for that. If you're not at that level, You're gonna struggle with the fight pretty much regardless of what POW you use. That said, there's still a good couple you could use. Oh, I forgot I needed to use it instantly. Ah, rats. But yeah, pretty much any dragon type is well worth it. 51, it'll be a tough fight. It was initially a level 50 fight, so you're still right around the level that is expected to, or was expected to fight Victor. So I would say pretty much any dragon type. If you want to go pure player damage, if you have like casual or default casual, or if you have normal settings on, you could pretty easily do it with a Chillet while you ride Chillet and 4 Godfins. If you don't want to go for the player attack damage build for any reason, you could potentially do it with a Quivern. Quivern is just a fun pal. Big, tanky, strong. Pretty much Jormuntide Ignis, fantastic pal. Resisted his ice attacks and did dragon damage and some fruit. Yeah, Jormuntide Ignis, both really, really good pals for it. They're both probably some of the best, if not strongest pals in the game. Oh, that's right. Look at the fast travel. It doesn't have the glowing stuff on it. I just didn't realize that before? That's so sick. Wow, I've not really looked at these before. I like the artwork on that. That's super sick. Really good. The other towers past Victor. So the ones that's technically after Victor is Sayat and Silene. And then after that is am I right? Sayat and Silene is next? If it's not... No, yeah. It's Saya and Silene. And then Bastagor, Bjorn and Bastagor with Faybreak. I'm pretty sure I got them all. Okay, we need all of this to get ourselves squared away. We might as well just buy more than we probably need, since we're not going to catch this guy for a while. Bjorn. Yes, B-J-O-R-N. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Nordic pronunciation. Which, I think that's Nordic, right? Bjorn, with a BJ being a Bjor. Probably that. I don't know if we'll need bones and horns, but we'll just buy a few. We want the wheat seeds, absolutely. We don't need medical supplies, we don't need that. We do want some pal spheres. I think we can probably just splurge and get ourselves a Ring of Mercy. Let's do it. That's more than enough pal spheres to get us started. Everything else is convenience, but not necessary. Aren't there 2 towers in Faybreak? I don't think so. Pretty sure it's just the one. Jonathan, yeah, hardcore. And we are not teleporting, which means it's even harder. So, without teleporting across the map, we're learning how to do lots of little things. And it's very, very interesting. Let's not go that way. Let's go ahead and go back the normal way, I think. 1 tower? Yeah, okay, cool. I wanted to make sure I wasn't being a fool on that one. One tower for Sakurajima as well, right? It's just Saya and Silene. Saya and Celine. I don't know how to say that, man. I don't know why that's so hard for me. I think it's Celine. Go ahead and capture some pals on our way back. How much weight do we have on us right now? Oh my gosh, we can carry so much stuff. Let's pop into a cave as well, I think. Hello, Depressor. Oh no. I missed both. Okay, still scoping out Fay Break at the moment. Thought I saw a second. Your mistake? Ah, no worries. We all make mistakes. I make mistakes on the daily. Maybe even on the hourly. Probably on the minutely. So, no worries whatsoever. No judgment. Always happy to hear someone chime in regardless. Appreciate you here. You know that. I think you know that already. Outside of when I'm giving you a hard time, you know, it's I think I make it as obvious as possible that I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching the streams. About a month ago, I was streaming to a live count of 0 to 1. So, you know, very big difference now having you guys here to chat with while I play the game. It's very fun. I'm really enjoying it. Appreciate you guys being here. What's everyone's most hyped game to come out this year? 2025? We've had 21 days. 21 days. And there's already hype enough games for the year? Oh man.
Yeah.
Granted, Palworld did come out this time last year, so... Found me 4 days ago, been watching your past streams. Palworld is addicting. Yeah, the game is so fun. And I play it at a pretty high level, so maybe you learn something too while watching. I definitely learn stuff while I watch other people play and stream and stuff. So hopefully I can constantly be a source of fun, entertainment, and information for you. Pumped for Legends of Zelda? Marvel Rivals? Yeah, 1 year of Palworld. Yeah, that's right. GTA 6 and Monster Hunter Wilds. Ooh, interesting. You know, that for some reason is never a game that hooked me as the Monster Hunter series. It always, my friend always tried to get me to play it, and I mean always. But just never was one for me. I don't know what it is about Monster Hunter that didn't addict me, but it definitely was not something that I was needing to play ever, or really finding myself wanting to play. There was a lot of great stuff behind it, but it didn't hook me. I did start on World, yes. And it was multiplayer on World as well, if that makes a difference. Like, I was playing with my buddy. Dire Howl's gonna go ahead and beat all these guys. I mean, the Chosen One defeated Syndicate Thug. The Chosen One is gonna give me another ride. Oh, get in the sphere. Oh. Jeez, Malpaca, stop it. Guess I shouldn't have gone for the great shot there, but don't need you guys. No Packas.
Yeah.
Get in the spheres. Why is he the chosen one? This is the first of any pal ever that has not gotten a negative bonus from Dr. Braun for me. We ran into a Dr. Braun already this run, and he is the first one in like 7 or 8 different attempts I've had at him to get good passives. Every other one has been negative passives, and this one was the chosen one. He was the one that got good passives.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Braun decided so. It wasn't my naming him In fact, Dr. Braun named him this himself. I am just lucky enough to be in the presence of the Chosen One. Yeah, thanks, Prism. I was just happy I finally got a beneficial thing from Dr. Braun. I was starting to think it was a big lie on Reddit that he got, you know, gave good passives. Everyone was lying to me. But I know the truth. Dr. Braun never gives you good passives. Except for the Chosen One. The Chosen One has been chosen. Okay, since we don't get to teleport back, we're going back with our haul to what is going to effectively be our main base. And the one that we are going to try to make it easiest to Daisy Cloud to more often than not. The only real problem is I think that base will not be our sphere production base for a long time. It's going to be the one that the Chillet base is. That's exactly what it was, Arthur. Plus 15 in all of the IV stats, and then the Pyromaniac. We can even see this Dire Howl did not have Pyromaniac before. He was just a dainty eater. And while this is not truly the most unbelievable Dire Howl you've ever seen, he is the Chosen One. And he is the one that we are going to continue riding around. We're going to ride around on this Dire Howl for quite some time. Also, MHW does throw a lot of mechanics at you, which can detour a lot of people. I can understand that. Oh, sorry, I totally missed the other comment before that. You recommend a monster hunt, beating a monster first before doing multiplayer so you can don't get carried. I mean, I did. If I remember right, you had to beat a monster before you could join multiplayer, so I at least did one. But then after that, it was the two of us playing. And, you know, it was enjoyable playing together at the same time and stuff, but I just didn't really do that. But, yeah. Hey, have a great one, Austin. Good luck at work. Thanks for stopping by. The Mjolnir sword is actually better than you thought since it launches projectiles? Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's not a bad weapon. I just don't know that it's a great weapon. Yes, it also does penetrate. Which means that in a good number of niche or relatively well thought out scenarios, Mjolnir could be really good. But I don't know what all those scenarios are. I've not experimented with it. Hopefully you come up with some good ideas though. That'd be cool. Great for 200 base powers? Yeah. What weapon did I use? For what? I'm not sure I'm following. I might have said something and then you responded to it and now I'm not sure what I said. Cave with the Godfin build? Oh, so you can... I think there's 3 relatively good choices. You were the 51? Were you the one that said you were 50? Oh, Monster Hunter. Oh. Oh, gosh. Now you're asking questions from like 7 years ago. 6 years ago? A long time. Ancient history time. What was I using? I'd have to look at what the weapons are, and then I could probably tell you. Time to get better. Time hopefully gonna do another run of it. Nice. Are you streaming that right now, Toyful? Accidentally launch yourself off a cliff like twice trying to climb it, losing a lot of time. Oh, man. Yesterday, I had a couple of runs for the Zillion Grisbolt that died just because I got to the cliff, got to the top, and then it launched me backwards like at least 10 seconds worth. Brutal stuff. You're gonna be? Cool. I might stop by for that in a little bit. I'm almost done here. I'm starting to get a little tired, but I do want to get back to the main base. I don't know if there's rules against it on YouTube, but Toyful, if you wanted to drop your stream in the chat when you're starting it up, feel free. If anyone wants to watch a speedrunner give an attempt at a new category, Toyful will be trying to do that. You like hookatees? Or hook crates, as I lovingly call it. Favorite pal. I really love Astagon. I really do. It's just got, like, the level 4 mining, which makes it just unbelievable. You don't even need to get to level 5 to make a base really efficient. It's a very strong combat pal if you really want it to be. If you 4-star condense it, you can one-shot Hexalite ore with it and just, like, run around the Faybreak with it. Very fun pal. In general, but man, I love Dire Howl for just all the early game stuff. I don't know. I have so many pals that I really do like. Prism, do you have a favorite pal? You might stream this Friday trying to beat my Victor. Maybe a long stream. Cool. Don't you stupid deer. No. Oh, you stupid deer. No. Deers, stop it. I sound like an old married couple. Deer, stop it. Gosh darn it. Alright, fine. I'll get off the pal so I can dodge you if you pop out again. Thank you. Holding myself from saying my favorite pal is the Merchant. Ooh! The Merchant is a great pal. Great buddy. Astagon is badass. Just wish he was mining animation was more unique for a level 4. Yeah. He doesn't always look the coolest, but how do I say that? He looks the coolest while not acting the coolest sometimes. I'm gonna have to give more thought into that, because at one point I could have easily said Wixen, because I really love Wixen. It's a really easy to obtain 3 handiwork pal. The 2 fire making or 2 kindling is pretty solid, and then he gives you fire damage where you can dodge around on well before you can get a Ragnahawk. Like it's a really strong pal, and I feel like it's maybe a little slept on, but. Oh, I don't know if I can list it as a favorite, especially with how little I use it anymore, because I try to breed so quickly into Anubis. It just kind of makes Wixen completely obsolete once you get Anubis. Which is a bummer. I really do like Wixen. Anubis is hard not to love, but Silene is also really unique. I love it. I love it. I also don't know how to spell Silene. I'm pretty sure I do now, but I'm not making fun of you. I literally tried to type in Silene into a breeding calculator like 6 times in a row because I wanted to figure out how to breed her. And I was like, I don't know how to spell her name. Oh, Yakumo is just clutch. I just don't necessarily like the design of Yakumo, to be honest with you. I understand, like, to some extent where it's coming from. It's I feel like it's a cross between a dog and like a spirit. But I don't know. Just design-wise, I think maybe what makes me really put off with Yakumo is you can ride him and your feet touch the ground. Like, look at this. Dire Howl, my feet just barely hover over the ground, and it's great. It's awesome. You hop on a Yakumo, you're dragging your feet, and he's so slow, and it's so pathetic. Now, in terms of what he does for you, oh, fantastic, pal. One of the best in the game. Celine? Yeah, I'm not getting the spelling to that right without looking it up. Yeah. For sure. I got that wrong. I'm telling you, it had to have been 5 times in a row. I'm assuming it was 5 times in a row. It might have been more. It was... I felt pathetic afterwards, and I was like, yeah, this is why I got a C in English in 7th grade. And it was the only C I ever got in middle school. But it is... continued to haunt me to this day that I'm just bad at English, apparently.
Yeah.
We need you to be caught. Really should have put on some ribbonies based off of how much we're just fighting right now, but since we're making it back to the base anyway, I feel like it just makes sense to catch pals while we go instead of just heading straight back there. We've still got the carrying capacity for it. We are doing just fine on pretty much all fronts. We've still got plenty of spears. That flak escaped. Oh! That sphere just decided to take a turn right there. That was weird. Alright. We don't need to go up to that location up there. We technically could do some stuff, but I don't think so. Let's get back to the base so that we're ready to... Okay. We have an ancient civilization part. Do we need that for... Actually, I don't even know if we do. We need 2 or 1? 1. Oh, thank gosh. Wait. I didn't... Did I not beat Chillet? I didn't beat Chillet. We're going back. I would like to have the ancient civilization part and to beat Chillet so that we can get ourselves a grappling hook.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm such a fool. Look at that. Making more mistakes by the minute. Critique I have. Yours is currently oil farming is way too darn slow for how many resources it asks. I think endgame should not be breeding calculator 101. I don't think oil is fast enough. I hate the oil rig and hate bullet sponges. Hard, engaging content, I am all for. Like, someone beating the oil rig, like, if you watch the Power Professor beating the oil rig incredibly fast, it's in like 6 minutes, it's like, that's really cool. Like, I really respect that, but there's like no achievement for it, other than just being fast at it and allowing you to potentially get schematics you want, but you don't even need those schematics. Like, they're nice, but they're not necessary. But then, like, the bullet sponge itself, just, it's, the prep work to get to that is so stupidly high. It does breed some really cool innovation from him and other players, though. Either the raid, the rig, or a kick it massacre. Yeah. Now that I've done the regular level 50 rig a few times after the level 61, I can say the level 55 one is good. It's not bad. You go in there, you feel like you're doing damage. You don't feel like it's the end of the world to do everything once you start to get the hang of it. Is it easy? No. Is it like the level 60 oil rig? Also no. And thank God for that, because the 60 oil rig is pretty miserable. I am not a fan of that one by any means.
Yeah.
Where did... Oh, that did capture, okay. What does the attack chopper even give you if you defeat it? Technically, the attack chopper gives you nothing. It's the what's it called? The chest, the yellow chest that opens up once you've beaten it. So I mean, technically, it is the attack chopper, but also technically it isn't. But okay, so the attack chopper will give you that yellow chest, that yellow chest, has a chance of dropping the legendary schematic for like the plasma cannon, for the Gatling, laser Gatling. I think all the legendary stuff, including Gatling gun, laser rifle. I think it includes oh gosh. It definitely includes some of the new applied technology work skill books, but I've never gotten one. They're apparently incredibly rare. But I also don't raid that rig very much because I just don't like doing it. And honestly, there's too much other Palworld content out there for me to farm a piece of content that I really dislike. Oh, the oil rig that snipes you down. Yeah, they both do that. Both of them are very mean about you flying over to them. The intention, I believe, was to make you swim over there. But there is two things you can do. You can use a hang you or a gale claw to glide over to it, especially with a grapple or a build glide. Or you can use a swimming pal and get over there. Or if your jet wagon is just fast enough, you can technically fly up and above those lasers before they shoot them at you. So, yeah. And then I guess technically you also get lots of oil from defeating the attack chopper. So, there's that too. Gosh, we're gonna spend like all our spheres. Oh, I missed that? Oh, I missed that, and it wasn't enough. Oh gosh. But this is cool, you know. I've been appreciating you guys being pretty civil in the chat and having fun discussions that I can be a part of. Really appreciate that. I'm hoping that we don't get anybody that's too crazy. I think I can inspire some trolls to say stuff, but I'd rather not have a troll chat. I appreciate you guys being civil and fun and awesome to hang out and chat with. I just wanted to also mention that you guys have been a lot of fun to chat with each night that I stream. So we are getting close to where I'm going to end the stream for the night, though. I'm feeling pretty tired at this point. Unless my phone does not charge correctly. The plan is to be on at 6:30 tomorrow. 6 tomorrow. Otherwise, it will be 6:30. So the plan is 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, if everything goes right. Okay, let's get that all fixed up. What did we just... Oh, accelerator didn't get hit. I never caught any of the legendaries, and it's just got harder them moving the max level to 60. I want... yeah. They can be mean. Wish Fanglope and Incineram didn't spawn 80% of the time when I'm trying to get Orsic, given how essential power is. Yeah. The only other option you have is to breed. And unless you use calculators and out-of-game tools, you probably won't know how to breed an Orsic. Which I think is a shame. I feel like there really should be some sort of guidebook in the game, because if there's one thing I dislike in games, it's when I need to use third-party software or third-party systems to figure out how to even do what I want to do in the game. So I feel like there should at least be like some guidebooks you can pick up along the way, being like, hey, have you tried breeding these two together? It's going to make an X. And maybe not tell you the exact breeding combo, but maybe it'll keep a log of what your breeding combos you've tried and things like that. So that way you can be like, oh, I've already tried that one. Let me try these two pals and see what they make, and so on and so forth. And you wouldn't probably be able to figure out what the breeding calculation is just by in-game. And maybe you would still go to external anyway, but at least you would get like an extra idea just inside the game. But I think I might be asking for something that's not necessary, even though I appreciate it when developers have stuff like that in games. But yeah, Orsic, super important for power. That, or if you can get another pal up to level 5 mining, or 5 electricity with the work skill books, which is currently probably way harder than just catching an Orsurk, even though you're going to find a billion Fanglopes. You're going to find 500 million Bushis. You're going to find 500 million Incinerams. And then you'll find a couple Plasmuts, a couple Astigons, a couple Lylines. The joy.
Yeah.
The cool thing about Palworld is that it's an alpha, so a lot of recommendations have a lot higher chance to make it in. Yeah, I agree. In fact, it's something I don't think I've ever recommended, and I think I might throw something in there for them. Not that I expect it to go in, but I don't think it would be a hard thing to implement for them either. It's just a little log of what you've already done, which the game probably logs a lot of what you've already done anyway. So... I mean, it already has to know if you've captured the pal. You have any? We have some Megaspheres. Let's see if we can't catch Chillet. This is not my favorite place to fight Chillet, but... Cool. That's why I don't like fighting Chillet here. One of the reasons I don't like fighting Chillet here. Nice. All those ingots got made. That's really convenient. We're going to want to make a primitive workbench as well. Go ahead and put away most of this stuff. We can keep it here. Our berries should be, yep, mostly done. Go ahead and put in those berries. Go ahead and say we can make more. Go ahead and make nails for us, Lunaris, for a second. Okay, so now we have the ancient civilization part. We can unlock the technology of the grappling gun. And honestly, that's our base over there. We can see it with that beam of light in the distance, right? So we respawn, so we know exactly where to point ourselves. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's put it off to the side. But still, we should have plenty of time to get our stuff back before we freeze to death. That'd be very sad if I was wrong. Most rare pal to find besides the legendaries, would I say? I mean, you can go with stuff like, technically, you can only ever find, you can only ever find some pals in the alpha chambers, right? So, I mean, if you wanted to go with that, you can go with something like Frostallion Noct. Or... I don't think there's any Frostallion Nocts in there. Bastigor can only be found from an egg. Flower Gamos is very rare. There's a lot of different little potential answers for this one, I think. Oh, and shield. And go ahead and take... Oh, they did fix it, so the timer will still tick down on that. Okay, so there's our little, little showcase of where that's gonna be. Lucky Flower Gamos. Yeah, that'd be pretty... That would be wild to find. You catch yourself a Lucky Flower Gamos, I consider you probably one of the luckiest people to exist. Cool. We can make sure we grab Palladium to come over here next time. I think we go ahead and just do that. Wait. I lied. I want to make a stone pit over here. Hopefully we will get to the point where we can build plenty of stuff over here at the same time. I think that should work for right now. Okay. I was hoping to go and get ourselves a setup for getting back, but I think I might just be done for right now. I am starting to get pretty tired. That's fine. We can just come on up here. Let's see if we can't get ourselves launched back towards the other base, though. We have a glider. We have a glider. The glider check is key. Make sure we don't kill ourselves with our stamina drain. Can we make it all the way up there? Kind of looks like it. Ooh, we risked it. If that had launched us off of there, we might have died. Probably shouldn't do that again. Hey, a lucky daydream. Our armor is all broken, but we can use that armor instead. Let's go for it. Oh, let's go for it. Nope, I said let's go for it. Alright. Make our way back to the base. Part, like, 5.
Yeah.
This should be all we need. It'll be a good jump right over here. Nice. And we're back. Barely took any time at all. Look at that. It was only like an hour venture to get wheat seeds. Oh dear. This is gonna be really interesting. Put down these wheat farms. Have Lunaris build this up. We still have plenty of big berries over here. Very exciting. We should be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and put that there. Get that farm done. Nice. This one. Okay. Well, with that, I'm going to finish by unlocking our technology. Get ready to build our next set of gear. We've leveled up a lot. So we should be good to go for a little bit. Let's see. Unlock the hanging gloves. Yes. Breeding farm, cement. It might be worth going for breeds much earlier this game than we did last game. In fact, I'm almost certain of it. And the cold resistant. And then I wanted to craft our grappling gun. That's exactly it. Okay. Gonna finish this grappling gun, and then I think I'm gonna call it for the day. It's been a good stream. I appreciate you guys having some fun chats with me, having a good chat. I think we had a very good first couple of levels here. Especially learned a lot about the fast travel not being a thing with a toggle. So lots to do, lots to think about for tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you, Arthur. And again, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow is when we will stream. And yes, pray for the phone. I'm going to go use a hard cable to plug it in and see that it will start charging. Sure hope so. So 6 or 6:30. If you're... I'll see if I can't find a way to get that information out to you guys. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your night, and hopefully I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.